top priority. That's why he chooses Granger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Granger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next-day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
Fourth down in the yard. Stafford's under center. Kyron Williams is single back. Nakua in motion behind Stafford. Now back out the left side. Jet sweep. They put it in his belly. He needs to cross the 45. He does. Stays on his feet. Down the left sideline. Puka's gone. 10-5. Touchdown Rams. On fourth down and 1. Nakua goes 45 to the house. Never mind the fourth down. How about a touchdown for Nakua? His first of 2025, and it comes on the ground.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
Brown will pass as he's hit, but it knocks up in the air, and it's taken out of the air by the Trojans. Jarrett, the big old dude, is at the 40, at the 30. He's got an escort at the 20, the 10. The big man has scored a touchdown for USC. All 6'5" and 360 pounds of Jamal Jarrett, the transfer from Georgia. How do you do?
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
His breath smells like medicine.
I've danced with the devil.
Give me a freaking break. Jerry is gassing me down, dude.
What's his breath smell like?
Oh, like medicine, bro. I'm
what
serious.
Kind of medicine, though? Like,
well, it turns out I didn't know that he had battled cancer. I didn't know.
But
so it smelled like
it
smelled like chemotherapy pills.
Terrible.
I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm trying to be mean.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
Thank you for letting me share in your aura.
How do you say his name? Asminger?
On 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app. And on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Bigger than U.S. Steel.
What a catch by the tight end!
Yes.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to
Good morning, 7:02. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on for a Monday, a reaction Monday, $1 million Monday, and a beautiful Monday. Good morning to you, Scott Kaplan, George Sedano in the studio.
Yo. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias, indeed.
Buenos dias. Shalom.
And shalom. What a Monday it is. What a weekend it was. Welcome in to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. I want to start here. It is a final for the UCLA Bruins. We'd like to thank you for participating in college football. Pick up your commemorative "It's Over" T-shirts at the door.
We'll have plenty to say about that moving forward.
Greg Bergman, are you crying yet?
I'm not crying. I'm ecstatic. Now get rid of Jarman, too.
Oh!
Wow. God, stop. Don't be ridiculous.
Wow. Oh, boy.
Wow.
It's not ridiculous.
I'm leaving.
I mean, we are
he should be leaving.
Coming out hot on a Monday morning.
I mean, if we want to start there, go ahead. I mean, you are the UCLA Bruin boy around here.
Bruin boy.
Don't
get confused with Bit Boy.
Bit Boy and Bruin Boy.
Bit Boy and Bruin Boy.
I was listening to Rick Neuheisel coming in this morning, who does the college sports radio show in the morning on the West Coast. And, UCLA, great, right? I mean, he's sitting there openly blaming the administration and saying that this school has never been dedicated to athletics in the way that they should, dating back to Dan Guerrero and the predecessors prior to that they just aren't committed. So you can fire the athletic director, you can fire the coach, you can do whatever you want.
Fire the president, too, while you're at it.
I mean, but they do have a newish president, Julio Franks. Just arrived a couple years ago, 2 years ago, I want to say.
Fire them all.
So we'll see. I mean, he came from the University of Miami where they committed a lot of dollars to football before he left.
We'll fire him.
So, I mean, we'll see if that's something they do now moving forward. But until the administration, academia, whoever you want to call it, decides to actually invest in athletics, then UCLA is just going to ride cash in those Big Ten checks.
Well, listen, you can say fire the athletic director. And listen, the reason people want the athletic director fired is like when you fire a general manager. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, you hired the coach failed, therefore not only does the coach get fired, but the guy who hired the coach gets fired too. But
well, first off, they hired him.
That is true. But I thought it was interesting.
Thank you, Brian.
That Jarman this past weekend, when, being asked about it at a press conference, was like, these decisions are not exactly just exclusively made by me.
That's true.
Which was his way of passing the buck, which is also his way of going, just so you know, you can blame me all you want. That's okay. I'll take the blame, even though he didn't exactly take the blame. But you can blame me, but these decisions are not made exclusively by one person.
Or in a vacuum.
Yeah, right. And listen, your school is either in today's day and age of NIL, or your school is out.
Right, and they're trying to just, dip their toes in the water, right? Because they don't have the support that they should have. So, interestingly enough, I did a game this weekend where the coach was also fired. I mean, right after the game, basically, yesterday morning in Brent Pry at Virginia Tech. And now,
deservedly so. You get beat at home by Old Dominion? Sorry, buddy, you're supposed to get fired.
I mean, Old Dominion has beaten them recently, but the way they lost is really the bigger issue.
But, I couldn't believe New Mexico at home.
Hey, dude, I turned on your game because I wanted to just watch and hear you for a little bit, and I turned it on. I went, is it 35-0 Old Dominion? I go, no, this has to be an error. They must have somehow screwed up the scoreboard on my TV. It's got to be 35-0
No,
Virginia Tech, right?
It was
There's
not.
no way possible.
It was not. So anyway, my point is this. Virginia Tech has been way more successful at football than UCLA, basically post-Frank Beamer, so going back to 1987, okay? Way more successful. And they are in a situation where they're having to make a decision on whether they are in financially on football or not because they're way behind in their conference. So UCLA, we know, is definitely behind financially in their conference. Hell, they got into the conference because
they were broke.
Yeah, they needed the money.
Right, and Martin Jarman made that happen because of his relationships prior to in the Big Ten, both at Michigan State and Ohio State. If not, we'd probably be talking about them dissolving football or maybe some other sports, if we're being frank.
I mean, listen,
they're never gonna dissolve football, but they need to show that
they're never gonna. I mean, it's been something that's been openly discussed, has it not?
I mean, it has been a little bit, but I think that they have been successful in the past. When you go back to Toledo, they were successful back then. Even Mora, just about 10 years ago, they were successful under Mora.
No, they had a couple of good seasons.
Yeah, they had a couple of good seasons. He had them in contention.
Right,
most
but
of the
what
time.
I mean,
Chip Kelly just went from the inside and tore out their guts and said, I'm going to destroy this program.
Why did he do that? Why would he want to do that?
I don't know why he wanted to. He wouldn't go out and recruit. He didn't do anything.
But again, a lot of that boils back down to this. When you're the UCLA administration, you hire Chip Kelly, right? And I don't know. I'm not trying to blame Dan Guerrero because, it
was the right hire at the time.
Much like Martin Jarman, I don't know how much unilateral power Dan Guerrero had at that particular time.
Well, hold on one second. Martin Jarman, just real quick, when it came to hiring DeShaun Foster, there was you better hurry the hell up and hire somebody as fast as possible. B, who's really available.
And who's cheap.
And C, who do we have money that will actually accept this job?
Right.
And so it was like, hey, we got to hurry up because of the timing of it all. And he's a former player. He's on the staff. Or he's coming from, was he with the Raiders as a running backs coach, maybe?
I mean, he was at UCLA prior to.
Yeah, he was with the Raiders.
Was he with the Raiders when they hired him?
But prior to that, he was at UCLA.
Yeah, he was the running backs coach at UCLA.
All I'm saying is this: there's no money to do what USC did to go out and hire a guy for $10 million a year.
So you and I, when we were doing afternoons, when they hired DeShaun Foster, I remember we talked about it and we said, this goes to show you what their level of commitment is to football, where they're hiring a guy who doesn't even have coordinator experience, let alone, head coaching experience.
No. I'll tell you guys this. I'll tell you who I feel bad for kind of in all of this.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I mean, he was just
personally.
He's just in way over his head.
Well, and he had a very classy statement, I thought, after the fact. Still, the greatest honor of my career to coach my alma mater.
Yeah.
I thought his statement on the way out was incredibly classy.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate because what happens is most guys who play and they think, well, you know what? If I were ever the coach, I'd do this, I would do that. And then you get into the job and you realize, oh, my God, there's no resources to do all the things that I expected that I would be able to do.
It's literally when I was driving in. Neuheisel said that was the case back then when he was the coach.
Right.
Okay? With Guerrero, that Guerrero would literally tell him, Yeah, Rick, we just can't do those things.
Yeah, right. I mean, listen.
And these were things that, like, other teams in his conference were doing at the time at the Pac-12.
Yeah. I was talking to a friend of mine this weekend. You guys remember the name Sean Gilbert? He was the number 2 overall pick of the Rams. This is back in the early 90s.
Yeah.
And he's now
defensive tackle.
Yeah, he's a head football coach at an HBCU.
Right.
So we were on the phone this past weekend, he and I, and he's telling me about what they don't have.
Right.
Like, they don't have anything.
HBCUs.
Right. They have nothing.
Right.
It is so hard to coach when you have no resources.
Right.
Now, it's
why when Deion went to Jackson State, like, it was a big deal.
Right. It's one thing if you're at a small school and you expect that you don't have a full coaching staff and you don't have money for stuff, and the post-game meal is like Chick-fil-A because they don't have money for, like, a spread, so they got to go order takeout for the team on the bus. But you're UCLA. You have this rich football tradition. And when you see a game, at least at the early part of this season, you see a game inside the Rose Bowl, and you go, this looks like a high school football championship game.
Oh, no, dude.
Because it's pathetic.
We went to modern day
We were there
Bosco,
for the high school
and there were
football
35,000 people.
Yeah. It's pathetic
Yeah.
to see that nobody's going to the Rose Bowl. I mean, to the point where people are now having a conversation this weekend about they need a 40,000 seat on-campus stadium. Hey,
It's not going to happen.
Go play at BMO if that's the case. Seriously, go play at a soccer stadium.
UCLA at BMO.
Right, go play it at a soccer stadium and try and pack 22,000 people in there if that's the case.
Well, nobody wants to pay for the tickets. They don't want to pay for the seat licensing, all that stuff to put out a product that's not putting anything out. To your point, Sedano, they don't care about football. So if they want people there, they need to actually care about football and put money into the NIL program, which they're not right now.
But my point is, you can hire and fire as many people as you want,
including the AD,
until there is actual commitment from the powers that be, the people that actually control the money.
Right.
Okay. Then none of this is going to matter. We're just going to be sitting here chasing our tails for years.
Here's
Dr.
why I feel
Julio
bad
Frank, who is the new chancellor, if he is the guy that needs to make the commitment to football.
Yeah.
If he does not, then we're just going to be going like how we are right now, just picking up whoever you can get.
I feel bad for certain people in all of this. I feel bad for a kid like Tino Sinceri, who takes the offensive coordinator job and thinks, you know what, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to help turn UCLA around. And in 3 games into your UCLA career, your head coach is fired. I feel bad for that kid, Leaving the quarterback. Let me tell you something right now. That guy will be a poster child for the rest of his career for making the biggest mistake. You don't leave Tennessee, who has a battle, like a classic battle with Georgia this past weekend. You don't leave Tennessee because you're demanding more money, only to go home to the wrong side of town and make half as much money. That kid will be the poster boy for stop transferring for money. You know, I'm not saying the kids shouldn't make their money, make as much as you can because you don't know if you're going to have an NFL career. But, dude, if you want to have an NFL career, make your $2 million at Tennessee, not your $1 million at UCLA. Disaster for that kid.
I'm leaving.
The last thing for me for the UCLA, because I know you want to get to USC and everything else, but look at who the quarterbacks they had at one point and where they are now. Dante Moore was the 5-star quarterback at UCLA, and now he's killing it in Oregon. Joey Aguilar is a Heisman Trophy candidate right now in Tennessee.
Yeah,
and then Nico.
I think the jury's still out on both guys because, I mean, Joey Aguilar played a good first half against Georgia, but then in the second half it was a mess. And Dante Moore has played nobody yet, and they struggled at Northwestern. So let's slow down just a little bit.
But you got to give them credit for one thing, though, which is but credit for this. You ready?
Nico Iamaleava was the number 2 or 3 quarterback in his class. Like, this is not some kid who's not good.
No,
he was
but he
12th
can't
in the
do it
SEC
by
last
himself.
year. Right.
He can't do it. He's one quarterback does not make that much difference in. I mean, look, he may have had a really nice high school career. The same could be said for Malachi Nelson. Was that his name?
Yeah, who was at UTEP. Who, by the way, almost who was in the game with Arch Manning this week.
I saw that. I saw the Texas UTEP thing, and I went, let me take a look at these 2 quarterbacks. Arch Manning did not put up anything that was impressive.
I mean, they were booing him.
Yeah, and the other kid, Malachi Nelson, you're like, wow, this guy's on his 3rd school in like his 3rd year, and that's the difference right there, Bergie, is that you had quarterbacks at UCLA that can leave and start in the SEC and start for Oregon. You had those guys on your roster. And the difference is USC recruited a guy who was supposed to be like the number 1, number 2 guy, and they determined early he cannot play here. And he couldn't play at Boise State, so he had to go to UTEP. You understand what I'm getting at? Is that UCLA is not cultivating what they already have on their roster.
No,
but they can get guys too. Though.
Again, but they can't keep them either.
Right.
That's the other part.
Yeah, but they
forget about cultivating. You got to be able to financially be able to tell that kid we can keep you.
They could have kept Aguiar, and I'm not saying that he'd be different than what is going on right now.
Maliaba is a better prospect than him.
But okay, listen, I would say this. You go to Tennessee, you're
Dude,
probably going to look a lot better than
you got a
UCLA.
lot, right? Look at the type of talent he's playing with.
But what I'm getting at is that you had a guy. So how much better would UCLA be with the other kid than they are right now? Probably not at all.
Not much.
Right. So why did you have to even accommodate Amalevin?
You're accommodating because he's the better prospect.
Well, he ain't going to be able to do anything. You could be the best prospect in the country. Go to UCLA right now.
It
and
doesn't
you still
matter.
Can't win.
So that we agree on.
Yeah,
for sure. But it boils down to this. And I'm curious to see if Chancellor Frank is going to make the decision he made in 2021 at the University of Miami when he was pressured to. Now, there was a lot of pressure there of like, this is the University of Miami. We can't be this 7-win team. Like, we need to be back to being the U. And they went and hired Mario Cristobal, who had won 2 Pac-12 championships and was an alum. So, and won 2 championships there as a player.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There is not that equivalent at UCLA. There's no Mario Cristobal.
They're not going to go hire Cade McNown?
Well, no, but I'm saying, like, there's no Mario Cristobal. Like, who is the Mario Cristobal who, by the way, has to have coaching experience, successful coaching experience? Like, that person doesn't exist.
No, and they've tried. Because remember, they hired Rick Neuheisel. And after they got done with Rick Neuheisel, Carl Durrell. Remember Carl Durrell?
Yeah, I do remember
who was
Carl
a former UCLA wide receiver? You know? I mean, it's just, they just, to your point, they don't necessarily think about this.
Go hire Kalen DeBoer when he gets fired from Alabama. It's easy.
Oh, well, that ought to fix things because, you've seen the success that he had at Alabama.
Well, I saw the success that he had up in Oregon.
Washington.
Yeah.
Washington, sorry, excuse me.
Well, I mean, he did. But listen, it comes down to this. And I know we want to move on.
We can do the whole segment on this. I'm fine with it.
But you need
I love stomping on that scumbag Bruins.
You need an infusion of millions and millions and millions of dollars. And
Tens
by the way,
of millions.
And here's what I would do if I were UCLA.
You're right.
Hundreds of millions.
I mean, maybe.
Here's what I would do if I were UCLA, and I'm not even remotely joking. Okay? I would sell 49% of the program.
To who? It's a public university.
I know, but
you can't really do that.
No. But
there's a lot of red tape for that kind of stuff. I don't know what you mean, but go ahead.
I'll tell you what I mean.
Maybe they should set up an LLC, fund the money, plant one tree, and then they could fund it.
See, that's just it. You sell.
By the way, since I've been gone, I came back. Pablo has buried them even further.
It's true.
It's wild.
Yeah, I would try and find a guy like Steve Ballmer that you could very easily get about $60 million out of because he don't even pay attention to what's going on because he's willing to get conned, I guess. I would find a guy that is willing to infuse $100 million, $200 million. I mean, and I know it sounds a little crazy, but there's a lot of talk out there now that the way schools will ultimately be able to compete in football is they will sell, and I'm putting this in quotes, they will sell a portion of the program for the cash infusion. So imagine this.
Well, Oklahoma they sell the ability to go to watch the post-game press conference.
Yeah, do that.
Like,
but nobody
to
wants
Brent
to do it
Venables.
Yet. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, like, they sell, to your point, they do sell every little detail of stuff. And that's Oklahoma.
Right.
Okay? Like, Oklahoma is selling press conference availability.
But if you said to me, hey, look, the UCLA
you imagine
football...
the mongrels at a press conference?
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. If you said to me, hey, the UCLA football program is worth $500 million...
It is.
Okay.
I would pay money to have Bergman go to one of those UCLA press conferences. Martin Jarman, sell the press conference
Don't
availability.
Sell it. Hey, just get a credential and start going to these games, Bergie, and start just burying them after the game.
I used to bury Steve Lavin when I was sitting on the sideline. So, yes, it was.
Wow, that was a long time ago. But the greatness of Steve Lavin.
Oh, God.
I love Steve Lavin.
If you could
he's
have
maybe a nice guy. He was a horrible coach.
Yeah. Wasn't he the coach of the Final Four team?
He was.
No, he was the Elite Eight.
No, that was Ben Howland.
Oh, Elite Eight.
Ben Howland.
Oh, Ben Howland, yeah. Sorry.
But I'm just saying this. You must have an infusion of hundreds of millions of dollars.
Correct.
Not even remotely joking.
100% right.
If somebody said, hey, I'll give you $5 million, you go, hey, that's a nice way to seed it, but we need $250 million.
Yeah. Oh, no, for sure. I mean, there's no question about that. Now, sports has become big business and about money. College is no different. Speaking of big business, I think Netflix made a really smart move this weekend. I mean, we talked about this initially. Mm-hmm. And basically, if you're a Netflix member, you could watch this fight. I am genuinely curious to see the numbers of Canelo and Bud Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Bud Crawford just dismantled him.
He won convincingly.
Yeah. And by the way, Bud Crawford is is by far the more technical fighter. To me, it wasn't. The only shot Canelo had at this stage of his career was to overwhelm him. And he was unable to do that because Bud was just so Bud was Bud. He was so technically sound.
And Max Kellerman, it was great to hear Max's voice back on TV, which, by the way, quick timeout here. How much did you watch this whole fight?
I watched them.
Okay, but did you like intensely?
No,
okay.
I watched it back because I was asleep.
Okay, so I watched.
By the time they came out, it was like,
oh, it was so ridiculous.
Dude, it was ridiculous.
It was so late.
It was so late.
Yeah.
And by the way, it wasn't like it was so late. They were like, "Hey guys, let's go. Let's hurry up and get you guys to the ring. Let's go."
No.
They were like, "No,
Yeah.
we're doing all the pomp and circumstance."
Yeah, I watched it all back yesterday.
We're doing
over the top production, as Sedano would say.
Tool,
but it was good. I loved it.
Yeah,
I liked it.
But it was late. I mean,
it was late.
It got really late.
I was asleep already.
At that point, what's another 10 minutes? You know.
But they had Tool. I don't know who Tool is, but a guitar guy and a drum guy. They were going crazy.
You know who
the
Tool
band
is?
Tool?
No, I didn't really know who they were.
Really? You don't know Tool?
I didn't really know who they were.
Yeah.
And then they had this like giant Mexican, horn section and they played on and on and on. And then you got to get to the ring, first you got to get in and then you got to go through buffer, which the number of accolades that these guys had. It took 15 minutes for Michael Buffer to even introduce Terrence Crawford. But when the fight was over, because George, I watched the fight on a Saturday night at a party on my phone. I had to hide from my girlfriend
It's
at the
so
party.
good. I heard this story on the way in.
I literally,
what are you watching?
Wait, are you serious?
No, yeah, because dude, there's 200 people at this party, right? And everybody's partying, having a nice time. It was a 50th birthday.
You're not watching sports, are you?
Because these people weren't interested in this fight, okay? And if they put the
Who's
fight
not
on,
interested in boxing? It's actually a great communal event.
Right.
But if they put the fight on at this party,
was there anything on TV at all?
There was. Everybody was outside. They did have a TV like at the bar outside, but it wasn't on. And then if it was on inside, I'd be inside. So I wanted to act like I was paying attention to the party, but I had my phone. So I was watching the fight on my phone, but I wasn't listening to the broadcast.
Right.
Last night's NFL Sunday Night Football game between Atlanta and Minnesota was so utterly boring.
Coma-inducing.
That I actually turned the game on my phone, and I wanted to go back and rewatch the Canelo Crawford fight.
Yeah.
Easy with throwing out Como, just like that,
Okay. Well, sorry about that, pal. I didn't mean to, I know that kind of impacts.
That was to me.
Yeah. I will just tell you this. Right before, so I watched the whole fight over again.
Yeah.
Just to make sure I saw what I thought I saw the first time, which was Crawford won this fight convincingly.
Yeah.
Did you score it?
I did score it.
You and Harold Letterman?
Well, yeah, 102, 101 by Crawford. I had it 8-4 Crawford.
Okay. 8-4.
Yeah,
Thank you. That's
I
good.
had it 8-4 Crawford. But right before they go to Max Kellerman, let's get ready to go to Max Kellerman. He's standing by in the ring with Bud Crawford. Right before they go to Kellerman, did you notice this? They have a shot of Stephen A. Smith standing there at ringside.
Oh, my God.
And I thought to myself,
oh, boy.
Knowing that these guys hate each other, why did they do that? I found it to, as a media geeky nerd who kind of nerds out on this kind of stuff, I was like, who the hell just put Stephen A. on the screen before they go to Max? And I thought that was amazing. Bizarre, but amazing.
An interesting directorial choice.
A directorial choice,
Directorial
indeed.
choice.
Yes,
I
indeed,
like that.
Indeed. But there's no doubt that Bud Crawford won that fight going away. People say, hey, do you want to see a rematch?
I don't.
I guess
I'm good.
I guess maybe
By
in
the way,
some
this
way.
fight really should have happened 5 years ago, but you could literally say that about every fight.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But it was a good presentation. I will say that. I enjoyed it.
Netflix did a great job. I'm curious to see the numbers for sure. All right, coming up next, let's dive into the NFL. The Rams get a win. We got Raiders-Chargers tonight. The Chiefs are in the hole 0-2. So much to discuss. Sedano Kap, 710 ESPN.
And $1 Million Mondays is back right here on ESPN LA. Thanks to Pechanga Resort Casino. Listen all day today for your chance to win. All you have to do is give us your super prediction. Both teams and the final score, and you could win $1 million. And just for playing, you're going to get 2 tickets to the next Rams home game. $1 Million Mondays on ESPN LA, made possible by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. 7:24, good morning. Smile, it's Monday. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, where change is in the air. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Did you know Children's Hospital Los Angeles treats more kids with cancer and blood diseases than anywhere else in the Western U.S.? With over 200 clinical trials and some of the highest survival rates in the country, the Cancer and Blood Disease Institute at CHLA is the #1 pediatric cancer program in California. When your child faces an opponent like cancer, trust the team that delivers in the clutch. Visit chla.org/cancer to learn more today.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Take me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our tangy passion fruit lemonade. Waba Grill, keeping it real every day for you.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Located in the heart of downtown Los Angeles, Crypto.com Arena is pulling back the curtain and unveiling new behind-the-scenes VIP tours presented by Delta Airlines, which offers an exclusive look inside one of the world's most iconic sports and entertainment venues. Expert guides will lead small groups through spaces that have hosted legendary sports championships, world-renowned concerts, and epic awards. Guests will also explore the VIP areas and experience the arena's latest renovations. Visit CryptoArena.com/tours for more info.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Out here, days are getting a little cooler, and mornings are starting with a few more layers. It's the season for more time at the grill, more feed for your animals. Heaters burn late into the night, and the woods start calling your name. We appreciate hard-working hands, shared moments, and love for our land. That's why season after season, we're here for your life out here. Tractor Supply.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Good morning, 728. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on this Monday. On this day back in 1990, the #1 hit. Wilson Phillips, Cappy, Release Me.
So when I think of Wilson Phillips, not this particular song, I think of the movie Bridesmaids.
Yeah.
You know, they sing Wilson Phillips at the end. It's very funny. I love Wilson Phillips.
Today's also National Grilled Cheese Day.
Ooh.
You know who's got a nice grilled cheese? Starbucks.
Yeah, I'm not a big grilled cheese guy.
Once in a while, it's nice. Makes you feel at home.
I like a grilled cheese, though, but it's got
to dip it in the tomato soup.
Yeah, now I got to dress it all up, though. You know, now I got to throw a little crispy bacon on there.
Oh, well, that's not a grilled cheese
Maybe
now.
a tomato.
Well, you've taken it out of the realm
so
of grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese is just bread, butter, cheese, that's it?
I think so.
Pretty much. Otherwise, any variation thereafter?
Well, yeah.
It makes it, you know.
Some people throw, like, bacon and stuff in there and, like, all sorts of other stuff. Yeah. But
you dip it in the tomato soup?
I like dipping it in the tomato soup.
Nice.
Very good.
You got to dip it in there sometimes.
It was very good, my friend. See. All right, man. I'm not. I want to say for the record, I don't love Wilson Phillips.
Do you? You love Wilson. You don't know who Tool is.
I don't know who Tool is.
And you love Wilson Phillips, or you don't? Oh, you do not love Wilson. Why? Do you have bad memories connected to these songs?
It's just a little soft for me. You know what I mean?
It's the 80s.
I understand.
We're on the
80s,
coast.
Not the 90s.
No, what did I say? 1990. Well, that's
great. Yeah, late 80s, early 90s. Yeah.
On the coast.
Oh, all right. Monday morning. I got to say something really quickly. I had such a great weekend of watching sports. There's so much
when you're allowed to watch
when
sports.
I'm allowed. When I'm allowed.
Right, when you're not sneaking
right,
away.
Right, I was allowed. Friday
unbelievable.
night was amazing
Yeah.
because I was allowed. Rachel and I, I'm like, what do you want to do tonight, babe? She's like, I want to chill the F out. I'm like, oh, thank God. That's the answer I wanted.
Yeah.
I just want to sit at home and watch games on TV. So I was watching the Dodgers. I was watching
The Dodgers.
The Dodgers.
Hey, the Dodgers won 2 out of 3 against the Giants this weekend.
Everybody.
So,
Hey, they're now 2.5 over those gutty little Padres.
watching the Dodgers, watching the
3,
Padres.
2, 1.
I got in Arizona versus Kansas State because it was on a Friday night. Was loving the UCLA
Dude,
New
Arizona
Mexico.
looked good.
Arizona looks good.
Yeah.
UCLA New Mexico. And then when it was all said and done, I tell you something right now. You talk about an amazing football game to watch. Coronia Centennial
Yeah, you were
against
all
Mater
over it.
Dei.
Yeah.
I cannot believe what an incredible football game it was to watch a high school football game that good.
Beto's going to join us at 8:45 for the CHLA high school football recap, and he's going to talk about that game.
Yep.
So at 8:45, come back in an hour and 15. And how about that little tease for
Yeah,
you?
It was
very nice.
it was nice front loading.
Yeah, very nice.
I like it. You loaded frontly nicely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday, unfortunately, you talk about coaches being fired. I want my coach fired at Pitt to lose to
Narduzzi?
West Virginia. I want him fired.
Well, but that's your rivalry game.
I
I
know.
couldn't believe they lost.
Oh, dude, they
What's
had
it
a
called?
lead.
The barn?
The
No.
backyard brawl. They
Backyard
had
brawl.
that game. They should have won the game.
I was stunned.
I was
But,
too.
you know, the home team keeps winning in that series.
I know, but it's like you're so. After watching West Virginia lose the week
I mean,
before to
Narduzzi
Ohio
is
University,
very Pittsburgh.
Narduzzi, we all want him out. We do.
Yeah.
But you know, but you want to know
Wow,
the
are
thing
you
is,
breaking news
yeah,
here?
But you want to know the thing is,
Yeah.
and he'll tell you, he has got one of those kinds of contracts that, good luck, you want to buy me out? No problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be hanging out with Jimbo Fisher on a beach somewhere,
Yeah.
just being rich.
Jimbo Fisher's going to get back in
You know?
coaching, though, at some point.
So
Maybe UCLA could get Jimbo.
hey,
listen,
hey,
honestly,
that's
Greg,
not a terrible idea.
I mean,
He's been a disaster in so many places, though.
But
only one place.
But you know what though?
Yeah.
Here's the truth: is that he's made so much money from Texas A&M
That you don't need to pay him a ton.
that he doesn't need to get paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
You know?
I'm all in.
Yeah,
And he's
So-
at least an experienced head coach who's won a championship.
A competent head coach.
Yeah.
Someone that knows what they're doing. Sure.
Yeah.
All in.
Now, he just, he needs to find you a Jameis Winston, but I don't know if that,
and he also needs to find you the same kinds of boosters that bought him out at Texas A&M.
Right.
But it's just
Knick
the
knack,
concept.
this, that, patty whack, give us
Just the
all the
concept.
bones.
But just real quick,
Yeah.
so then Saturday college football
You
all
keep
day.
getting in the way of talking about my Trojans.
No, here goes. And
Well,
USC,
we were talking NFL, but yeah.
USC, Purdue. That
Yeah.
was also it's a good win for USC. It's a road win
After a
in the
3-hour
conference.
weather delay, sucker.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, that game was.
Do you realize how Pete Arbogast, the great Pete Arbogast, had to fill?
Good for him, man.
He was talking about stories from the 60s to get through that.
That
thing.
guy's a beast, dude.
The
He's a
big
beast.
old dude.
Good
He's a
job,
beast.
Pete.
Yeah,
But,
he's a beast.
But tons of
A lot
college
of weather
football.
delays across the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
you know,
Sunday.
Cappy's confused by this
Yeah,
because
I
he's
don't
like,
love that.
I don't understand. Why are they stopping for lightning?
I don't love it. Yeah.
What do you mean you don't love it?
Back in the old days, you just played through it. You know what I mean?
If lightning hits a kid's helmet,
were
you get through it.
tougher. We were tougher back in the old days.
Yeah.
And then just yesterday, all day of NFL football. So good, man. What a great weekend of sports. Awesome.
And NFL, what a crazy week, or crazy 2 weeks already in the NFL. So I want to get into the Rams here real quick because I then want to actually tell you what you and Bergman, in the next segment, this is how pathetic they are, Chris.
How pathetic are we?
I don't
Okay.
think it's
Tell us how
pathetic.
This is
pathetic
so
at all.
pathetic.
Cappy, you think it's pathetic? I don't.
I think they're so pathetic about where the Raiders are right now.
Come on, Bergie.
That
We're not
they-
taking that from him.
You're not even going to believe what came out of their mouths simultaneously.
Was
I
it
made
false?
up.
You're not
was anything we said false?
We're not taking that
Okay,
from him.
no, it was not, but it's still pathetic, is what I would say.
No, it's not.
But we'll do that in the next segment. Nonetheless, let's talk about the Rams here real quick. First half of that game was definitely worrisome, right? Would you say that? Like you were kind of like they're down, and I'm just like, man, this is not what I clearly thought it was going to continue, but I was wrong. But what
mark that tape.
But what I would say
That's
is
going to get you in trouble later.
The way they showed out in the second half, I mean, they were flawless in the second half on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, one thing I will say, and I'm going to just make this criticism, and Coach McVay can take it however he wants to, but it has been my ongoing criticism of Coach McVay. And listen, he's not above criticism, okay? He coaches, they put it out there, and we all watch it and analyze it. One thing that drives me nuts, it didn't bite them in any way in this game, kicking 21-yard field goals.
The short field goal.
On the road.
Yeah.
It's like if you don't get the first down, you've got them. They've got to drive 98 yards. So go for it. But that aside, what I'm loving about the Rams, George, is when you watch them play, all the different pieces on offense in particular that get their hands on the ball. We all expect Kyren Williams to be the main running back, and he was. But I love the change of pace that Blake Corum is bringing to this offense in only his second year.
Right, and this is what people thought we'd see last year, but he was clearly not ready last year.
And he looks, to me, and this is just watching on TV, he looks like he's added, I'd have to go back and look.
He looks stronger.
He looks like he's added 15, 20 pounds.
In the preseason, in the games I did, he looked fantastic, I thought, in those games.
So you've got Kyren Williams touching the ball out of the backfield. You've got Blake Corum now, who's a change of pace back.
Right.
And then I love the way they use Puka Nacua, obviously, on the 45-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great play call.
You want to hear that highlight real quick?
Yeah, let's hear that from J.B. Long.
4th down in the yard. Stafford's under center. Kyren Williams is single back. Nacua in motion behind Stafford. Now back out the left side. Jet sweep. They put it in his belly. He needs to cross the 45. He does. Stays on his feet. Down the left sideline. Puka's gone. 10-5. Touchdown Rams. On 4th down and 1, Nacua goes 45 to the house.
Almost had a
Never
crack
mind
there.
The 4th down. How about a touchdown for Nacua? His first of 2025, and it comes on the ground.
JB Long on the Rams Radio Network, ESPN LA.
You're such a jerk.
But just
Not a jerk.
You are.
Just to continue on, though, in terms of, look, you got Stafford running this. You got Kyren Williams. You got Blake Corum. Now you're going to infuse Puka into the running game just a little bit, which it's not like we haven't seen it before. But then from the receiving core, yes, you expect
Devontae had a good game,
and he had a great game, scored his first touchdown, had over 100 yards receiving. Puka was outstanding, was targeted 9 times, caught 8 balls. Then throw in Jordan Whittington, and then
Higbee had a big catch, too.
Higbee did. And Davis Allen, and listen, they can go 3 deep on tight end.
They can.
Davis Allen.
4, really, if you really wanted to.
That
Once
is true.
the kid comes and's ready.
And you know what? And he did play yesterday. He had a big play.
He was on special teams.
Yes, and I think Ian may have actually thought that he made the tackle on the blocked extra point, and I don't think he did.
No.
But here's the thing. This will go under the radar, but Davis Allen scored a touchdown in this game yesterday that was such an incredible athletic move because he had the ball in his right hand, and he dove for the pylon and he had to twist his body and touch the pylon to score the touchdown, which obviously they reviewed and they found out that he was in. But, George, I'll tell you this. Even though Tennessee's probably going to go through a lot of growing pains this year, I think Cam Ward will
he's going to be very
eventually be a star.
They don't have enough on offense. I mean, Calvin Ridley's a nice receiver. I do think Eligio Manor is going to be a good player, but he's a kid. You know what I'm saying? They don't have much beyond that. Tony Pollard is a solid running back.
Good.
He's pretty good, but he's not like a guy that you say to yourself, oh man, he's going to change the game. He's good.
They'd still be better off with Derrick Henry.
Oh my God!
But I think Derrick Henry knew that they were about to go through a rebuild.
Yeah, for sure.
Like they're rebuilding the stadium right next door.
But that throw that he made on the front pylon to Eligio Manor, we were all texting about it in real time. That's the stuff that he's capable of doing.
Well,
he ran back to nearly the 30-yard line.
I'm so glad you said that because honestly, the thing is that we'll all focus on rolling to your right and throwing across your body all the way to your left. But the truth is, that wasn't even the brilliance of the play.
Yeah.
It was about 3 seconds beforehand where he avoided the pass rush and then flipped around.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you something else Cam Ward does really nicely. He throws so well when rolling to his left as a right-handed quarterback.
On the move, he's very good.
But give the credit to the Rams because the Rams go in at halftime and you're like, wait a second, the Rams are down 13-10. Then they come out and they tie the score, and you're thinking to yourself, what's going on here? Like the Titans are really playing well against the Rams. Luckily for the Rams, they kind of wake up both sides of the ball because, they created a big turnover late in the game. They also got a little bit lucky because they had a punt return that was returned for a touchdown, and there was a block, an illegal block on that play, and that got brought back. But in the second half, the Rams just did what they're supposed to do, which is they're supposed to steamroll a team with a rookie quarterback.
Correct. I would agree with that.
And I'll tell you this. With the Rams this week, and I know it's only Monday, but the Rams will go to Philadelphia. And you know how close they were last year in Philly in the snow.
Yeah.
If you watched the Philly-Kansas City game yesterday, and I assume most people did because it was the big national TV game.
I want to touch on that. Yeah, for sure.
But I'll just make a brief comment, which is this. Philadelphia won the game, and I know people are impressed with Philly. They're the defending Super Bowl champions. That game could have been a very different result and we all saw the Travis Kelce play. That play right there, as Kansas City's going to go in to take the lead,
changed everything.
Changed the whole game.
No doubt. All right, coming up next, we're going to get into Raider Cap and Raider Berg and their level of how pathetic they are.
No, we're not
going
pathetic.
into this matchup tonight.
I think you're pathetic for saying this.
I mean, Chris, you're going to be blown away. Briones, Lindsay, you're going to be.
Aren't gonna be.
You are going to laugh.
I can't wait.
You're not going to be. It's true.
Cappy, you suck.
No, it's reality.
All right, coming up next, we'll get to that. But first, Cappy, let's talk Prize Picks. Listen, you want sports action in the state of California? Prize Picks is the place to be. Download the Prize Picks app. Use the promo code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. First $5 play gets you a $50 bonus. It's very simple to play Prize Picks. It's more or less. There's a stat line for every individual player in every sport imaginable, and multiple stats for that matter, okay? And you go more or less on those stats, like passing yards or rushing yards, receiving yards, etc. You bundle a couple together, you can win cold hard cash.
I really need Baker Mayfield tonight to have 2 touchdown passes.
The headband!
Because I had a $20 6-pick flex play this weekend, and this $20 flex play is to win $460. But, George, I took a combination of Matthew Stafford and Cam Ward to pass for less than 436.5 passing yards combined.
How'd you do?
Not well, because they passed for a total of 473.
Yeah.
I was not expecting Cam Ward to have the kind of game that he had.
Yeah.
I also had Derrick Henry to have more than half of a rushing or receiving touchdown.
Yeah.
And while Baltimore destroyed, he didn't get into the end zone. But tonight, Baker Mayfield, I need 2 touchdown passes, and I will actually be able to win this play. So here's the thing. Download the Prize Picks app. Use the code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. Make your first $5 lineup. You get $50 in free lineups right away. They're yours. And you might want to check out Patrick Mahomes for the upcoming weekend because he's the max discount, and you can get him. All he has to do is pass for more than half a yard. So check that out.
Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Yes, indeed. 741. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show. Monday, smile. It's Monday morning, sucker. Come back. We'll find out why Greg Bergman and Cappy are pathetic. I can't wait. That's next. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Cap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
Avner Gatt, your trusted Los Angeles public adjuster. Call Avner directly at 818-917-5256 for help with your insurance claim.
This is the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Hey guys, Cappy here. When disaster strikes, you need an ally who truly understands your needs. Avner Gatt is here to help you navigate the complexities of insurance claims. Are you feeling abandoned because your home is unlivable and your insurance company isn't cooperating? Or perhaps you're being pressured to use a contractor with poor reviews. You've been loyal to your insurance company for over 20 years, yet now they treat you like an outsider. Avner Gatt knows how to turn the tables. We protect homeowners from the games and fine print that insurance companies are known for, and we cover all of Southern California, ensuring your voice is heard and your home is restored. Visit AvnerGatt.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner and his family personally take your calls with 5-star ratings from Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. Don't let your insurance company dictate your future. Avner Gatt is here to help. Visit AvnerGatt.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. You know, we joke around a lot that I almost died, which I almost did. I had severe heart failure. That's when I went to a Providence hospital in the emergency room. And here's the thing about heart care. It begins with trust. That's why Providence takes the time to listen, understand, and earn yours before making any decision about your care. For me, if it wasn't for Dr. Cobb and Katie Cornella at St. Joe's in Orange, they made me trust them and they made me know. And my health and my life were going to be even better once I got out of the hospital. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
Hey, it's Mace. Listen up, people. We are taking the show on the road to my favorite spot in the home of the song of the summer, Total Wine & More. Join Mason and Ireland and the Laker girls at Total Wine & More in Beverly Hills, Friday, September 19th, starting at noon. That's 9527 West Pico Boulevard at Pico in Beverly. No better way to get ready for the fall football season and tailgating than Total Wine & More. See you Friday, September 19th at noon at Total Wine & More in Beverly Hills.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Yes, I crank it every day. Haters get mad cause
Good morning, 7:45. On this day back in 2007, the number one hit, Soulja Boy.
Oh, man.
Crank that, Cappy.
Oh, look at Cappy.
Look at Cappy.
All right, we need to take Cappy's version of this and Mason's version of this.
Yeah,
and
this
put
is
them
the
side
big.
by side.
This was the big video back in the day.
I remember when Mason used to do stuff.
When he was solo, after he got John fired.
Yeah.
And it was just the Steve Mason show.
Mason.
Which lasted about 6 months, and then they had to beg John to come back.
I'm Supermaning them bros.
Meanwhile,
Mason was a Clipper fan.
Yeah, exactly. And a Chargers fan.
Wow.
Soccer fans, this one's for you. It's the Soccer Dream Ticket presented by San Antonio Cardinal. Your chance to win an unforgettable trip for two. We're talking 2 tickets to the final match, plus hotel and round-trip flights. Enter for your chance to win at soccerdreamticket.com. That's soccerdreamticket.com. Brought to you by San Antonio Cardinal Wine, the perfect game day wine.
Thomas SeaWorld. Soulja Boy and Bow Wow.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
right.
performing
He was
there. You saw Soulja Boy this summer?
Now, Briones, did you, because Mexican Independence Day is on a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday.
How does that work? Like, did you celebrate over the weekend?
Tomorrow, man. There's no stopping.
I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, you do it on the weekend, do the whole weekend into Tuesday?
So it's complicated because it's my dad's birthday as well.
Okay.
So either we do something tomorrow for my dad, and then on the weekend we just continue it.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
By the way,
so
you guys
Tuesday through the weekend is what you're saying.
And you guys are going to the Dodgers game tomorrow.
Yeah, me and George tomorrow night at the Dodger game.
Yeah.
For Mexican Independence
It's going to
Day.
be popping.
It's going to be great.
We're going to be there with the crazy Hernandez brothers.
Right.
Oh, and he was crazy. Steven Hernandez was crazy at the golf tournament on Friday.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I love it.
So I want to hear what you're about to tell me about how pathetic me and
Chris,
Bergman are.
Briones, Lindsay, you're going to love this. So Bergman comes in here during the break 2 breaks ago, and we were talking about something before, and then we get into Raiders Chargers somehow, and all of a sudden, simultaneously, independent of each other, they're both like, "Oh, first place on the line today," and I'm like, "Yo, it's week 2."
Am I lying?
I mean,
is that not the
factually
truth?
correct, but I said that's so pathetic that you're sitting here talking about first place in week 2.
Well, I'm gonna defend myself by saying this.
Good, defend yourself.
Absolutely an inaccurate tell of the story. I did not even remotely come close to saying that. However, Bergie, on the other hand, to your credit,
you were right there with him.
Yes, that's right, I am, because mathematically, he's exactly right. The Chargers are 1-0. The Raiders are 1-0. The Broncos lost yesterday to the Colts on a very strange, controversial call at the end of that game, which was an awesome call by Kevin Harlan. We'll get to it later. And the Chiefs have got people thinking now at 0-2 like the Chiefs are toast and there's an opportunity.
I don't believe that.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I do not either.
Yeah. Their offensive line is a bit of an issue, though, right now.
They have a lot of issues.
They don't have a receiver they can depend on.
Right. And
until Rasheed Rice comes back.
And you thought that Travis Kelce was a reliable guy.
He's old, man.
And yesterday,
he's old.
What happened to Travis Kelce, though, that dropping a ball is not because he's old. Dropping a ball, in my opinion, first of all, it happens. But you got to shake it off. That's exactly right. You got to shake it off.
Well, the ball shook in his hands.
But you know what? I think Travis Kelce and Canelo, and I'll say it like this, when you're not hungry anymore, when you're satisfied, when you've already gotten everything, the money, the fame, et cetera, you just don't need it anymore.
That's why you got to keep them hungry. That's why we don't pay you as much as Sedano, to keep you hungry.
Just got to keep me hungry.
Exactly.
You got to keep me hungry. I know. And it's really not just like not paying me as much. I mean, it's like
I've also been here longer. That's
Be
all
careful
that is.
where you go next. I know you. Just why don't we stop the bit there? Before you say something that's going to get him upset.
Why do you open the door?
It's going to get
Why
him
do you
upset,
do that? Why
and
do
then
you
it's
do
going to
that?
be a long
You shouldn't
week.
do that. You shouldn't do that.
Just take the bit, contain it, and let's move on.
Bergie, listen to me.
Don't belittle me.
It is for first place tonight. It is for
All
first
true.
place. And by the way, this is a game that the Raiders
In week 2.
I know, but it's important for the Raiders for this reason.
Oh, here we go.
It is
the
really
autumn wind.
It is really important for the Raiders for this reason. Because you're really healthy right now. Like it's only
Right,
week
you
2.
may not be, right.
You may not be by the time you
Yeah.
play. And even though when the Raiders play at the Chargers,
Yeah.
it will be a complete blackout.
Yeah.
And the Raider fans will take over SoFi Stadium.
Yeah.
You are at home. You get to practice in your facility, sleep in your own bed, et cetera, et cetera. This is a great opportunity for the Raiders to make the rest of the NFL go, oh, because last week I had the Chargers winning the Super Bowl. This week I've got the Raiders beating the Chargers.
Yeah.
And you know what? To that end, you
Did you
picked the
text your
Raiders.
buddy today, Pete Carroll?
I have not texted
It's his
Pete Carroll.
birthday.
I know it is. And that's another reason he's going to win tonight. What is he, 42, 43 now?
96.
74.
He's 16.
Really?
Yeah.
You
And
picked
he's
the
going to be
Raiders.
smacking on that gum tonight. He's going to be chewing that thing like crazy.
You did pick the Raiders, though, did you not, George?
I picked the plus the 3.5.
Okay.
And I took the Chargers to cover as my 5. And tonight we're watching Monday Night Football in the conference room with our friends from Lazy Dog. Sua Cravens is going to be there. Bergie tapped out. He's not going to be
I
part
know,
of it.
Bergman. What happened?
So we have a CHLA event tonight at the Dodger
okay.
Stadium.
Well, that's a
Me,
good
Travis
reason.
Mason
No, you're
going
good.
with
That's a
yeah.
good reason. You're
Okay.
fine. Yeah.
And
Are you guys going to teach Mace about baseball?
Yes. Travis and I will be talking to him from time to time.
Is Raider
This is
Chewy
a
coming?
pitcher.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Raider Chewy will
Raider
be there.
Chewy's coming.
Raider Chewy.
Yeah.
And
Is
Anthony
it
Gex.
He's the Raider mascot?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Anthony Gex will be there, our official Chargers insider.
I mean, dude, kid killed it last week. He
did.
crushed.
Do you want to
You didn't believe in him.
Although he texts weird things to Cappy.
He does.
Like-
I'm telling you, Anthony's a weirdo.
Like on Friday, we were playing with the Black
That's
Bear
fine.
from Black Bear
Listen,
Diner.
the people who are successful in this business are weirdos.
No,
And
he's
he's
a
like,
we're all
weirdo.
weird.
Cappy, why don't you lick honey off Morales' chest?
I know,
and we're
it's
like, what?
so weird. It's like, I
Oh,
don't,
yeah, that's so weird. Look, that's something you guys would never
No, no,
say.
but
we don't-
Yeah, right, exactly.
No.
Like, they don't talk about things like
No,
this to
no,
begin
But
with.
on the air, we don't text it to
I know,
each other.
for him to like be
I mean,
trying
yes,
to.
you do.
No,
No,
but
like
George,
Cappy's like
Yes,
texting
you
me this
do.
morning, hey, I'm on my way, see you at 5:30. And I'm
Yeah.
like, cool, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not like,
Yeah.
hey, good morning,
Yeah.
baby. Let me lick honey off of you.
I mean, Chris,
I got the new Skims on.
I'm on the group texts with you. I
But
see
that's
the
for the-
stuff
but
you
that's
guys
not
say
private.
to each
No,
other.
I think though that Sexy Jexy though wanting
Jexy. I like that.
Sexy
now that
Jexy.
Sexy Jexy is a guy who like is trying to push Chris and I into doing things that he has like some weird fetish about or something. It's very bizarre.
So anyway,
Boy, you have the Raiders tonight. Though, to cover.
plus the 3.5.
Let
yes.
me ask you a
The
question.
hook.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Would you like to put some positive vibrations into the universe that you're going to cover with the Raiders tonight? Would you like to do that?
I mean, if the Chargers win by 3, I've covered.
Okay, but I'm asking you, would
Yeah.
you like to put positive vibrations into the universe?
That doesn't help anything.
It doesn't help. Okay, because here I brought a few
What's going to
things.
happen is going to happen.
I brought a few things that I thought you might like.
I
today.
got spirit fingers for you.
I
Here.
thought you might like.
What-
Here,
what do you
George,
got?
would you like to wear this?
No.
Would you like to wear this Raider necklace?
Please do it.
good.
Please do
Please
it.
put this
Come
on.
on.
Just for all of us
For
who,
the
who
one and
want
oh
the Raiders
Raiders.
to win. Please.
If they win, how
If
about
they
that?
win,
I'll
if
wear
they
it.
win, you'll wear this
Yeah,
tomorrow. Okay,
yeah.
wait a second. Maybe I've got something else here for
I'll
you. You
wear
might
it
like to wear.
briefly.
Would you like to wear these Raiders socks?
Are those from Omar?
These are from Omar.
Okay.
Oh,
Chris, these
love
might be
those
perfect
socks.
for you. He would love to know that you were wearing these Raider socks.
I know he would.
You know? Let's see what else I've got here. Would you like to wear the Tommy Raider necklace, George?
This is a lot of Raiders accoutrement.
I got it.
Okay, wait, no, you don't got it.
I mean,
No, I don't think you
yeah,
got it. I don't
okay.
think you do.
Yeah.
Would you like to wear from Jason in Nevada? This
I
is
like
a-
Jason Nevada. See, I'll wear that
a
one.
gift
But
from
you were
his
supposed to
wife.
give it back to him,
I
right?
know,
No, I like that one.
A
That's
gift
the one I'll
from
wear.
his wife.
If they win tomorrow, I'll wear that for
Okay.
a segment.
Or how about this? Would you wear the big Cappy
Nah,
Raider hat? No, big
That-
Cappy
you're
Raider
big
hat.
Cappy.
I know I am, but and then if I were to lose,
Yeah.
if the Chargers,
Oh, yeah, what do you gotta do?
If the Chargers sweep,
Yeah.
this is why I'm pulling for the Raiders tonight. Then I got to break out an old Bolt Pride
Bolt
T-shirt.
Pride.
And
There
the
it
Bolt
is.
Pride T-shirt
don't
is on.
do it.
This is on the back.
That's a big shirt.
You want to know what's on the front?
Yeah.
Bolt Pride for life.
Oh, there you go.
Bolt Pride for
no
life.
way.
We got to get you like a Stan Humphries
So,
jersey to
I'll
wear.
tell you, man. No, I got to shout out my boy Johnny Bolt Pride and my boy.
He almost said it.
He got really close.
And you might have just heard it with Bergman in the background, so that might have gone out over the air.
Yeah.
Well, it's gone now. It's
What did he
dumped.
say?
No, let's not not dump. This isn't Mason and
What did he
Ireland.
say
We don't
that I
need to
didn't
dump.
What did he say?
You came close to saying something
Yeah,
by accident.
It's fine.
What did I say?
Just don't worry. It's fine.
Rafael Alvarez?
You said poop by accident, almost. You're very close.
I did?
It was very close.
Oh, really?
Poop. It was like, you very close, just like when you wear the Depends.
Oh, dude, you don't even understand what happened to me
This morning,
weekend.
I get in the car at the train station. She's like, dude, it's going to be a tight 45 minutes to the station. I might have to go.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? We're starting off the day this way, the week?
Yeah, it's all right.
You guys don't even
So,
understand.
listen, what do the Raiders need to do to pull this off for you tonight?
I think for me, what the Raiders need to do is they need to show a commitment and an ability
to run the ball.
Yeah, 100%.
Running the ball is so critical because they went out and drafted this young kid. Okay, everybody thinks he's got what it takes to be kind of one of those guys.
A star, right? Because you don't take a running back in today's day and age in the top 10 unless you think he is a franchise changer.
And he will be a franchise changer, I believe, when they also surround him with an offensive line. Okay, so I would say this: run the ball and control the clock as best you can. Geno will find his times during this game because that's what an experienced veteran quarterback does. Yeah. Listen, even you look at Stafford yesterday.
By the way, how about Sam Darnold yesterday?
Sam Darnold was pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, not bad.
Better than Aaron Rodgers yesterday.
No, it wasn't really Aaron Rodgers' fault.
Aaron Rodgers completed 54% of his passes yesterday.
What did
I'm just saying.
That's because the guys dropped a lot of them.
Just saying.
The interception in the end zone wasn't his fault.
Good job, Bergie.
Anyway, go ahead. Finish the
But I'll
Raiders.
just say this. Even a guy like Stafford makes mistakes. I mean, you saw that terrible throw that Stafford had at the end of the first half, which led to an interception, which led to the field goal, which led to the lead.
Right.
Tonight, I would say this. Ashton Genty needs to carry the ball, I'd say 20 times. I'd like to see him get around 75 to 85 yards on the ground. Control the clock. Keep Herbert and that explosive Charger offense. Limit their amount of opportunities. And the Raiders will have a chance to win. And I think Pete Carroll, one thing Pete's done better thus far than all the other predecessors since they've moved to Vegas is get the Raider fans out there.
Aren't there there's not a lot of Charger fans.
No, Charger fans.
Normally, though, there are a lot of the opposing fans in
Of course,
Vegas.
because everybody wants to go to Vegas and everybody wants to see a game there. Everybody wants to spend the weekend, et cetera. But control the clock. Keep Herbert off the field as much as you can. And then more than anything, Max Crosby, you got to be disciplined. Because what we know about Herbert is he can get outside, he can make big runs, he's fast, he's tall, he's tough, etc. You got to find a way to disrupt him. So if you can put pressure on Herbert and you can control the ball and control the clock, Raiders got a chance to win tonight.
I am curious to see Brock Bowers out there because he's wearing a knee brace now. He dinged up his knee last week, couldn't finish the game. I mean, listen, I love that kid. I think he's the best tight end in the sport. So I'm genuinely curious to see if he is physically capable of being what he's normally capable of being. So the pressure on Geno Smith will be interesting. Can the Raiders protect him? Because the Chargers are going to come after him.
No doubt. And then that's why now the difference is between a Gardner Minshew or an Aiden O'Connell.
Right.
The difference is you've got an experienced, veteran, professional quarterback.
All right. Christopher, what do you got for us here before we head into the 8 o'clock hour and we dive a little further into the National Football League?
7:57, good morning. So, you know what dawned on me over the weekend? I said to myself at one point, gosh, I'm really happy. And part of that is because I'm in recovery. And this National Recovery Month Minute is brought to you by ChooseChangeCA.org. So many things, big and little, make you uniquely you. Your hobbies, dreams, career, your family, and more. And I talk about this all the time. I'm an alcoholic. I'm an addict. And there's help out there. For so long, I didn't think there was help. But addiction to drugs, including opioids and stimulants, can strip these away from you. They can strip the happiness away from you. This National Recovery Month, recover your life. Choose treatment for drug addiction and get back to what matters most. Treatment is available in many forms through a primary care doctor, licensed narcotic treatment programs, outpatient treatment programs, licensed residential facilities, and even virtual care. And as I always say, if you need help and you're embarrassed, I've been embarrassed. I've been scared to ask for help. DM me at CMM Spectrum on Instagram. I'm there for you. Everybody's there for you. You can get out of it. Help is within reach. You can recover. Find a proven treatment option that's right for you. Recover you at ChooseChangeCA.org. That's ChooseChangeCA.org. 7:58 in the morning. Good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We're going to do a quick morning roll call because it's a Monday and we're jam-packed. 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-ESPN. We'll take a couple calls. Your reaction with Sedano and Kap is next. Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Back in 3.5 minutes on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
East Central Hotel, the official downtown home away from home for Cappy and Morales. EastCentralHotel.com.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Sure, I'll admit it. Fantasy football is my jam. Is that still a thing people say? Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Bring your A game and watch the big games all season.
Number 2.
Claim your retro piece diffuser September 23rd when you earn 500 points on your rewards card.
And the number 1 reason.
Nothing but a good time when Bret Michaels brings his Rock the World Tour to Morongo, November 21st.
Morongo, good times.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. It's game time at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Just like LAFC protects their home turf, we help you protect yours with quality floors at unbeatable wholesale prices. No gimmicks, no markups, just deals every day. From waterproof hardwood to carpet, laminate to artificial grass, the crazy Hernandez brothers have you covered. Don't settle for anything less than a championship-level home. Call them at 866-62-FLOOR, that's 866-62-FLOOR, or shop on the web, HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. Every drive ends with an opportunity to save at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Right now, you can take advantage of 1.9% financing for 63 months on a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek, or 2.9% financing for 48 months on a new 2025 Subaru Forester. For complete details, visit OceanSubaruOC.com.
With approved credit through Subaru Motors Finance. Not all buyers or vehicles will qualify, plus tax, tag, title, and doc fee. $0 security deposit. Offers do not combine and are not available on previous purchases. See dealer for complete details. Expires 9/30/2025.
Looking for an easy way to save energy and earn money? With Clean Power Alliance's Power Response Home program, you can do both. Simply reduce your electricity use with small actions, such as unplugging appliances or air drying laundry during times of high energy demand. You could earn $20 just for signing up. Power Response. Great for your wallet and for the planet. Get paid to power down today at cleanpoweralliance.org/home.
The post-career day press conference brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during career day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This is Joe Budden. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. So I'm here to make sure you don't miss any of the daily fantasy action this football season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code PLAYNOW to get $50 in site credits after you play your first $5. That's code PLAYNOW to get $50 in site credits after you play your first $5. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
8:02 in the morning. Good morning. It's Monday. Smile. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on. Morning roll call in just a moment. On this day in 1984, Sade released the timeless classic Smooth Operator as the third single from Diamond Life. It's also National Double Cheeseburger Day. You going to have that tonight, Cappy?
You know what? Now that I know that it's National Double Cheeseburger Day,
you going to get that All-American from Lazy Dog?
The All-American burger from Lazy Dog is bomb.
I'm going Brussels sprouts and salad.
You are?
I had burgers yesterday.
Yeah, I should do the same thing. I mean, I really should do the same thing.
Meanwhile, it's also National Linguine Day.
Oh, really? A little linguine?
Maybe you and I will share some linguine tonight. Like, that is true Lady in the Tramp style.
That's the beginning of it all. That's right. So, yeah, I definitely see myself having one of those double smash All-American burgers from
the
Lazy
dog.
From the dog tonight.
There you go.
All right, time real quick. It is time for our morning roll call at 8:03. Brought to you by who? Sedano.
Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times. Just the 90 minutes from wherever you are.
All right, Jason is in. Where is he?
Downey.
Downey. What's going on, Jason? Good morning.
Good morning, guys. So I'm a proud P1. Sedano can back me up on that. But I'm a little embarrassed to know that I don't know what happened with Cappy and no longer being in Canelo's circle of trust. Rest in peace.
Oh, thank you, Jason. Good morning.
Yeah, you and Canelo, you were tight.
I know.
And then you were too mouthy here on the show about his buddy and like his crew and his circle.
I'll
He
tell you right
spilled
now.
all the tea, and he got kicked out.
Right.
Spilling the tea, Cappy.
It's shocking that Cappy was a Yenta.
But I didn't
Here's what we got to do.
but I
Someone
didn't
in the
spill it.
audience, they got to take the Kermit with the tea and put Cappy's face
But
on
I
it.
didn't spill any tea.
Yes,
and I'll
you
tell you
did.
something. No, what
You
did I
did. You
say?
told us that somebody like won $300,000 or something
Yeah,
like
and
that.
then
But that had nothing to do
You
with
told us
Canelo.
about somebody betting, and then they needed more
Can't
money
spill the tea,
because
Jack.
they had like credit or something. Remember?
No,
Can't
not
be a
at all.
Yenta.
Not at all.
Isn't that George what happened?
It was some semblance of
No.
that.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
remember the specifics
remember,
anymore. It was
I do
years
remember.
ago now.
I do remember.
Let's go. Let's hear
but
a
here's,
version
But
of
here's
it.
what I'll just say. Here's what I'll say.
Yeah.
So there's one guy in this like Canelo group, and he said that his wife heard me talking about the weekend on the radio. And I'm like, dude,
So this did
give me a
happen.
break. I'm like,
Yeah,
give me a-
that's what it was.
No,
But you did.
I
You
did
talked
talk about the
it.
weekend.
You were you were so thrilled to be in that inner
I
circle
was, and I did.
that you blabbed about it on the air.
But I didn't say anything bad. In fact, I'll tell you one
It
thing.
doesn't matter.
I'll tell you one thing that I
They
did
don't
say.
want any leaks.
Let me tell you what I did say.
They don't know
No
who you
leaks,
are.
Cappy, no
They're
leaks.
They're like, who's this weirdo?
No.
Who is this
'cause
weirdo?
Everybody was pretty much white and nobody spoke Spanish. So believe me when I tell
See,
you.
you're
nobody
leaking
said
more
that.
now.
Yeah, but you're the weirdo on the radio.
No, but listen, but everybody knew.
That
who
could
I
be your
was.
on-air name. If we change to music, you may, hey, everybody, it's Wedo on the radio.
Everybody in that group knew who I was, and everybody knew that I had a big mouth before I even got there. And so let me just tell you this.
Yeah, but the wrong person heard you.
Well, I
Wedo
guess
on
so.
the radio.
I guess so. I guess
Yeah.
Wedo.
Wedo on the radio.
Yeah, I'm going to do a show, me and Beto. Wedo and Beto. That's right.
Keep it up. That'll be next for you. We got to get the big boys guy to cut that. Wedo on the radio.
But I'll tell you this right now. I was, hey, listen. Yes, I have been excommunicated by the Canelo crew.
Yeah, it
that
was
is
years
true.
ago now.
That is true.
Yeah.
I've been excommunicated. But you know what? As much as I'd love to get back in, I don't know how much more Canelo we're going to get.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, this is kind of the end for Bud. I mean, Bud still looks very good, but I don't think either should be fighting much longer.
Well, if you were Bud Crawford, as Max Kellerman
You
asked him
retire.
after
You
the
go
fight,
out on a high note.
That's right. You
Yeah.
retire.
You got all the belts.
You, not only do you have all the belts,
Undefeated.
you're undefeated.
Yeah.
And as
100%.
Kellerman pointed out, he goes, hey, you are the GOAT
Yeah,
of your era.
no doubt.
And if you're Canelo, you will keep fighting. And here's why I predict Canelo will keep fighting. Because Canelo has transitioned from boxing and winning is what drives me to business is what drives me.
Yeah.
When the fight was over, Crawford is still standing there without his shirt on, and he's not promoting a product. He doesn't have anything that he wants to do. Canelo can't get a T-shirt on fast enough with a brand, can't get the hat on quickly enough to promote a brand because Canelo's a business guy. So
He's
even
worth like $300 million.
right. So I would even guess more. But
Why are you calling him out? We're the same way. We're promoting Skims and Sunday
No,
Swag.
no,
I mean, come on.
I'm not suggesting it's a bad
I'm doing
thing.
videos with Skims last night.
Yeah, I'm not suggesting it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that when
Pricey,
you're
but worth it.
when you're not hungry, they are pricey, but they're worth it.
They feel nice
They
so
are-
far this
they-
morning.
Right? They feel good. Nice support for the Kuyans, right?
Yes.
I'm just here to tell you that Canelo, in my opinion, doesn't have the hunger anymore to say, I'm fighting to win. I'm fighting for championship belts. I'm fighting for glory. He's got the championships. He's got the money. He's got the glory. So the fighting is to just keep banking cash and to build his empire. It's not about purely just winning championships anymore.
I'd like to see both guys just move on and just whatever the next stages of their life is, it is. Like, that's just me personally.
Conor McGregor tried to do that, Cappy, and it did not work out so well for him.
But I think these guys are way better set up
Oh, yeah.
financially than
I
Conor
agree.
McGregor
I agree.
was.
But I mean, Conor McGregor did go out. What was he promoting? Like his whiskey or something?
He had a whiskey, yeah.
And so, and he's done a great job of
I think it's
promoting
called
that.
like Proper 12 or something
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But that's just it, is you fight to promote versus you fight to win.
Yeah.
Crawford went in there to win. Canelo went in there to promote.
Yeah.
That's
now,
my opinion.
look, the same can be said that, sometimes, again, the disease of me happens, right? And that's kind of what you're referring to. That's a Pat Rileyism, the disease of me.
Oh, I like that, the disease of me.
And guys kind of get too big for their britches, right? Like that's kind of the way it goes. Are the Chiefs in one of those scenarios, or are you not buying that?
That was smooth, Sedano.
So there's a part of me that thinks that the Chiefs have already accomplished everything. And when I say that, what I mean is Andy Reid has gone from a guy who couldn't win a Super Bowl in Philadelphia, who's now truly
one of the greatest coaches, one of the great coaches of all time.
He is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Andy Reid has got the money. He's got the championships. He's got the television commercials. He's got the fame. Andy Reid no longer is, in my opinion, driven by the need to win. He's driven by the need, in my opinion, again, to just show everybody he can keep on doing it. But then it comes to a point where you're like, you know what? I can see the decline. And can we agree that we can see the decline in a guy like Travis Kelce? And it's not just one play.
Of course.
Listen. No,
you've seen it last year even.
Think about Travis Kelce's life. Travis Kelce is a guy who now has the Super Bowl rings. He has the multi-million-dollar platform with his brother. He's got the wife or soon-to-be wife that is an international superstar.
And he's also 35 years old at a position where he collides a lot.
Where is Travis Kelce's burning hunger and desire coming from?
No, I get what you're saying. And I'm not going to question him in that regard. I'm not going to do that. But I think it's more erosion of skills at 35 years old in a position where you're going to take a beating, okay? Whether you're blocking or you're receiving or whatever. Like, that's it. Like, he's gotten old. And, and he's still good, but he's no longer like Travis Kelce, when it's all said and done, will be considered one of the top tight ends in the history of the sport.
Exactly right. But Travis Kelce, it's not because he's gotten older, and it's not because he's got an erosion of skills why he dropped that ball yesterday. That ball hit him right in the hands. And by the way, he's human.
He's dropped balls.
Right, that's my point. He's human, and sometimes you don't make plays. Matthew Stafford is a great quarterback. Matthew Stafford can read defenses. He can pinpoint and with accuracy get a ball where you go, how the hell did he do that? Devontae Adams yesterday made such a brilliant catch going down and grabbing that ball, the one that was thrown like almost to the ground. That's the kind of things that great athletes can do. Travis Kelce can still do those things. In yesterday's case, he had a ball, hit him in the hands, and dropped. It's not a lack of hunger as to why he dropped that ball, and in my opinion, it's not a lack of skill as to why he dropped that ball. What I'm saying is that Canelo's not as hungry, and the Chiefs are not as hungry.
Okay.
But Patrick Mahomes was trying everything he could in that game to get it going.
And he's still hungry because he's so much younger.
I think that the Chiefs' problem is they couldn't block anyone. They couldn't block for Mahomes. They certainly couldn't block when it came down to it on a 4th and 1. I mean, Philadelphia just absolutely swarmed them in the backfield. To me, that's what changed the game. And the other thing is this. You just can't stop the tush push. That's what it is.
Cannot be stopped.
It cannot be stopped.
Tush push.
Now, it's interesting. I was up early this morning, and I was watching Get Up when they came on. And Teddy Bruschi, when you watch the play, like he says the referees need to watch it closer because he thinks they're false starting every time they tush push.
Oh, there's no doubt that when watching a replay, I went, wait a second. There's nobody who's calling a false start here?
Yeah.
Because I want to say it was like the right guard. You were seeing it down the line.
Every time.
Yeah. But here's the one thing about the Chiefs that I'll say. The Chargers, we think the Chargers are good.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people think the Chargers are good.
Even you said that.
Listen, I know that they've got a good coach. I know they've got a good quarterback. I see developing skilled players. I know that they're gonna lose at some point.
You're a little scared today?
Not really. I'm very confident in the Raiders tonight. You should be too. You picked the Raiders.
I mean, I picked them plus the points.
Right. But you lose to the Chargers in a long road trip, and it was a very competitive game.
I mean, the Chargers had to make the same road
right.
trip.
I'm saying it was a long road trip for both teams, right? But
it's not like the Chargers were playing in Atlanta
the Chargers
and the
are not
Chiefs
home?
were in Sao Paulo.
Brazil's not a home game for the Chargers? I thought it was a home game.
Yeah.
My point is this.
I mean, it was a home game, actually.
It was a 3rd and 14 play, and obviously, we saw what Herbert did, and that changed the game. So it was one play that really changed that game.
Yeah.
In this Philadelphia game in week 2, it was the Kelce bobble, which led to an interception. And that right there, that play, because remember, at the time, it was, I want to say, 14-10-ish.
Yeah.
And Kansas City's about to score and take the lead by 3 points. That changed the entire game. So I would say this, if I were the Chiefs, while I'm 0-2, and I'm not accustomed to that, and they made the point that this is the first time Mahomes has lost 3 straight games dating back to the Super Bowl, I don't think the Chiefs are that far away from being good again.
By the way, Cappy, the Philadelphia radio call was he predicted just that thing that you said.
Oh, really?
Let's hear it. Merrill Reese on WIP.
Now there's motions on the near side of the field on Hunt. Back goes Mahomes. He fires. It's intercepted on a deflection. There's the turnover. Intercepted by Makuba. Down the far sideline he goes all the way across the 40. There is the interception that could change this game dramatically.
What a big play. This is huge. Andrew Makuba, who is a very good player, was out of Clemson and then played at Texas.
I know you, bro.
Well, he transferred to Texas last year.
I knew you, bro.
But,
I knew you.
I knew you, bro.
He's a very good player. So, look, the Eagles are just better, too. Can we just say that? Like, the Eagles are just
they are.
The Eagles have the best roster in the
Cappy
sport.
doesn't want to say
Well,
it.
no, but here's the thing. Had the Chiefs scored that touchdown, had the Chiefs gone on to win, might we not say the same thing anyway?
No, because here's why.
I still think the Eagles would be the better team. I mean, especially in a close game on the road, like, if you can lose that game, and I'd still feel like you're the better
Cappy
team.
has to keep defending the Chiefs because if the Chiefs go away, if they're done and they have to start rebuilding, guess who moves up?
The Raiders.
No,
the
Chargers.
No, the Raiders.
And by the way, so the
Broncos.
Chiefs will continue their battles against the NFC East. Week 3, next Sunday, or this Sunday, Sunday Night Football against the Giants, which after the – wait a minute.
That's a win.
Come on.
What a game.
And the Cowboys are not good.
What a game.
The Cowboys might not be good, but Russell Wilson does this every year. The first
he has like
few
one
weeks.
one good game here or there, and
but
then
the
makes us believe he's
Imagine
still
if the Chiefs lose to the Giants in the Meadowlands, by the way.
Then we'd be talking
Then
about
the Chargers,
pure collapse. Yeah,
Chargers will rule the AFC West.
No, because
and
the Raiders will be in first place
you will
already.
be done.
No, the Raiders will be in first place
It
after
will
tonight.
happen.
Right. Hey, listen.
Can you imagine if there's a Chargers parade?
Oh, my God.
And Cappy has to go.
Where would they have it? In San Diego? Right? I mean, come on. Nobody in L.A. is going to pay attention.
By the way, Grand Theft Prado did send me a
my
video.
guy, CP.
Yeah, that there were a lot of Charger fans at Allegiant last year, that it was basically as many Charger fans as Raider fans last year.
Anybody else want to corroborate that story?
I mean, he's showing me the video.
Anybody else? Anybody else want to tell us that story?
You're a scumbag. You know that?
Why?
Give them a little bit of credit.
I'm giving them a lot of credit. I put them in my top 10 last week till you and Sedano moved them out.
Yeah.
Seriously. Hey, listen, I'm not so sure the Chiefs are done yet, but just go back to Russell Wilson for 1 second. That Giants-Cowboys game yesterday, you talk about
it was fun to watch.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
And to Russell Wilson's credit, he still can do one thing very well, and that is throw the deep ball.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something. That touchdown pass that he threw to Malik Neighbors, which led to the lead for the Giants, you could not have put a ball in a better place than what Russell Wilson did. But to see the Cowboys come back and line up for a 64-yard field goal,
right?
Which back in the day, George, it'd be like this. Well, there's a 1 in a million shot that he'll ever be able to hit this. And if he was able to do it, it might just cross over just by like an inch.
Yeah.
Now, these guys are hitting 64-yard
By the way, if you're the
field
Cowboys,
goals.
Malik Neighbors, just real quick, because you mentioned the deep ball there. He's good. You should probably cover him.
Oh, he's real. Well, they did have him covered. They had him so covered that the DB had his forearm over his face mask.
But it wasn't.
The ball was so perfect.
It wasn't just the touchdown. Like, he was open a lot in that game.
But
I mean, these kickers are just insane.
Insanity.
Are you jealous?
Oh, so jealous.
Yeah.
On two fronts.
Yeah.
One, because they can all kick long bomb field goals.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you would never even attempt these field goals.
Yeah.
Yesterday in the Tennessee game, that guy kicked the Rams game. Guy kicked a 55 and a 57-yarder like they're routine kicks.
Yeah.
These guys can't make extra points from 32 yards, but they can hit 57-yarders.
Yeah.
And the kickoff rules today are completely different than they were even
the
just
dynamic kickoff.
Dude, I would be a great kickoff guy today.
Because you can just place it.
Yeah, but whereas before when you needed me to blast it out of the end zone, I couldn't do it for you.
Ah.
But here's the thing. 64-yard field goal.
Was that a euphemism, blasted out of the end zone?
It was.
Yeah. It was a
Scott.
It is in his range.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, hey, we're stretching and maybe he'll make it. It's like, 64 yards, line him up. This is how good these guys are nowadays.
Yeah.
64-yarder, and it would have been good from 72.
Yeah. Not all good news, though, around the National Football League. Joe Burrow could be out for the season at least 3 months with turf toe. Now, before anyone sits there and, bemoans turf toe as it's a very serious injury. Guys have had to retire because of turf toe.
But Joe Burrow, you think about it, you're like, this guy's one of the stars of the league.
But he's been hurt in 3 of his 6 seasons.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
Is that
But they can't keep him upright, man.
Well, I know, and that's just it. He was getting hit
It's
all
on
day
the
anyway.
organization
Yes,
in a lot of ways.
If you're going to spend that kind of money for a quarterback and wide receiver, you better invest in your offensive line.
Yeah.
And they have not done a good job of that
Nope.
at all.
No.
And to see Burrow sitting there on the field yesterday, I could only imagine what was going on in his mind. Like, again, I'm going to be hurt. They've paid me all this money. They put me on the series quarterback.
Yeah.
I've become a big star.
He's kind of boring at quarterback, though. He was.
I liked him. I thought he was fun.
Kind of boring.
Fun personality.
He's a little
I
boring.
liked
He's a
him.
boring guy.
He's
liked him.
no, I think he's good.
He's chill, and he has swag.
No, he's kind of like
No, he's
Joe-
definitely got swag, but it
he's
was kind of boring.
He's like a modern day Joe Montana style passer.
Well, yeah, Joe Montana was kind of boring too.
Yeah,
he's an
that's
amazing
fair.
quarterback.
Yeah, no,
I
but
mean,
he's
he's sitting
got
there playing
swag.
the piano by himself. Like, enough.
He's got swag, the way he dresses.
Yes.
Like, I like the way he dresses. But so they bring in Jake Browning, who, by the way, the kid threw a couple interceptions and didn't care. He's like, you know what? You got to have the confidence to just keep throwing, and they did, and they were able to win a game that you would think they would have lost based on the Burrow injury.
He's listed in the preseason rankings of backup quarterbacks.
What, near the top?
He was number 3, as I
Yeah.
recall, because
Yeah.
you had Kirk Cousins, who
Yeah.
was really
Well, he's
signed as a
played
starter.
because of,
right.
Burrow being injured
Yeah, and then
before.
you had Jimmy Garoppolo because
Yeah.
of his experience,
Yeah.
and then Browning was right there.
Yeah. He was a good
So-
player in college at Washington.
Yeah, I don't really remember very much of his college career,
Yeah.
but he has gotten a lot of opportunities to play in Cincinnati because Burrow's always freaking hurt.
Yeah.
So the Rams, by the way, so back to our Rams real quick. They're going to have to play the Eagles next week.
Yeah,
And then the
that's a
week
tough one.
after is the Colts.
Yeah.
And I said this
Colts
after
look
week
good.
1. Colts
Daniel
look
Jones.
good.
Daniel Jones. Now, listen, Shane Steichen was, people forget this, the offensive coordinator for the Eagles when they won the Super Bowl when they lost the Super Bowl to the Chiefs. Excuse me. So, like, he's good. And the Eagles the year after, because they lost Jonathan Gannon, their defensive coordinator, became the head coach in Arizona, and Shane Steichen became the head coach in Indianapolis. Remember, the Eagles struggled the next year, and people were talking about Nick Sirianni getting fired, all this stuff, because it was a disaster. So he's a good offensive coach. You put in Daniel Jones, who's a competent quarterback, on a team in Indianapolis who has a good roster. They have a good defense. They can run the ball with Jonathan Taylor. They've got nice receivers out there, a good offensive line. All they needed is a competent quarterback. Remember Phillip Rivers in his last year went over there and
led him
made
to
the
the playoffs.
playoffs.
That's right.
So, like, they've had a good roster for a while, a number of years. It's just a matter of getting competent quarterback play, and Daniel Jones gives them that. It's not like he's a star, but he's competent.
But I will just say this. It was kind of complicated yesterday at the end of that game.
No, I get it. But he played well.
Yeah, no, the Colts win the game. They miss a 60-yard field goal.
Why don't we hear the
to win.
story from our friend Kevin Harlan?
Oh, that would be good.
Sanchez will hold. And the kick is no good. Denver's going to win. Denver's going to win.
Oh, is there a penalty down in the middle of the field? Right by the center.
Oh, my goodness.
They must have touched the center because the center, let's see. Rhodes is saying that he was hit. At least that's what he's signaling to the sideline.
It's against Denver. It is against Denver.
Personal foul, leverage, defense number 96.
That's a huge. Oh my God, that is a huge
Automatic
penalty.
first down.
Well, it's right in the middle here. You see the leverage jumping over the top. That's where the penalty was called, and that's not a little penalty. That's 15-yard penalty.
You tell him, Trent.
Now it is a 45-yard field goal with no time left. This for the win. Spencer Schrader. It's good, and the Colts have won.
Crazy ending.
I would love to get one of these rules experts on, this Gene Steratore types, the Mike Pereira types. I would really love to understand this rule. I mean, it's one thing when the rule over the years is you can't jump over the center, but now you're not allowed to have contact?
You can't have leverage.
I mean, I watched the play over and over again. Somebody's going to have to define leverage for
You can't
me.
use them to, leverage, basically.
Yeah, but watch the play. I mean,
did.
What leverage did you think that he had? And by the way, it's a judgment call by the referee, and has been pointed out already, it's called over the course of a season, it'll be called less than 10 times. So referees already 2 weeks into the season impacting the game, slowing things down, making calls that we don't understand, missing calls that everybody sees. I just hate refs in every sport.
Oh, my goodness.
All of them. Hate them
Well,
all.
Dean Blandino during the Eagles-Chiefs games, he's like, I don't want to talk about the tush push anymore because he kept talking about how it was a false start. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
enough.
It is going to be a thing.
It also works. They score.
It is going to be a thing to discuss.
Like encroachment.
For sure.
What? What'd you say?
What's that called? Encroachment? Encroachment?
Yeah.
Encroachment, offense, number 52.
Exactly.
5-yard penalty, remains second down.
He barely moved, right? He barely, moved.
Yeah, he did. You still can't move, though. Got to stay still. All right, that'll do it. Coming up next, we'll get into Radio Tinder. Beto's going to join us at 8:45 for the CHLA high school football recap. We'll get into USC at the top of the 9 o'clock hour as well.
And the Dodgers getting 2 out of 3 against the Giants. If you missed the Blue Review earlier, we'll talk to the host of the Blue Review, Greg Bergman, or one of the hosts. Bergman and team. Bergman and team.
Bergie.
66 WNBC.
Wedo and Beto in the morning.
Wedo and Beto. Yeah.
8:23, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on this Monday. It's $1 Million Monday, and it's back on 710. Thanks to Pechanga Resort Casino. Listen all day today for your chance to win. All you have to do is give us your big game prediction, both teams, and the final score, and you could win $1 million. And just for playing, you'll get 2 tickets to the next Rams home game. How about that, Jack? $1 Million Mondays on ESPN LA, made possible by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Experience luxury at the top of its game. Visit CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. We turn to some funny places for support, but not everyone is a therapist. Not everyone is the one. Find your right match with BetterHelp. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Find the one with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout.
Chris Morales here. So many things, big and little, make you uniquely you. Your hobbies, dreams, career, family, and more. Addiction to drugs, including opioids and stimulants, can strip these away from you. This National Recovery Month, recover your life. Choose treatment for drug addiction and get back to what matters most. Find a provider and proven treatment option that's right for you. Recover you at choosechangeca.org.
Come spend a night with Daryl Hall. November 1st, Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. A rare, up-close evening with the singer-songwriter. A musical journey through his entire career. Featuring his special guest, Glenn Tilbrook, the voice of Squeeze. Tickets on sale now at FantasySpringsResort.com or 760-342-5000.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Granger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
8:28, good morning. Sedano and Kap Morning Show on this Monday. Smile, it's Monday. Happy birthday yesterday, September 14th. We lost her back in 2011. But she made quite an impact. Amy Whitehouse. And on this day, today, back in 1964, the Kellogg's Company, gave us Pop-Tarts. What a breakfast item.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying that facetiously.
I'm not a huge Pop-Tarts guy.
Well, it's not good for you.
They're very bad for you. Yeah. But the chocolate on chocolate with the chocolate on the inside.
Yeah.
Ma, what's for breakfast?
We might
before
do that
school?
tonight, by the way, at our Monday Night Football watch party.
If I'm going to do a Pop-Tart, I'd rather just do like Nutella toast or something like that.
Yeah.
But I also like the white one with the strawberry and the like rainbowy sprinkles on top.
Yeah.
The strawberry jam in the middle.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn
Put
good.
it right in your mouth.
Yeah.
Have you ever had the brown sugar, Cappy? The brown sugar version of it? Oh, that
By the
was
way,
good. That
Bergman,
was good, yeah.
I've got a good potential UCLA hire.
Okay.
Someone I met recently.
Okay.
Who I think makes a ton of sense, and he's an alum.
Don't tell him who it is.
I won't tell you. We're going to do it in the 9 o'clock hour. We're going to do USC, and then we're going to do that, and we'll do the Dodgers.
The Dodgers.
Yeah.
By the way, the great Q Meyers is going to join us at 9 o'clock. Part of now our deep, well, I don't know, deep inside our Raider Nation. Q is the program director of the JT the Brick Station. JT, I offered on Twitter to come on the show. He said, mornings are tough, quote unquote.
Oh.
So we'll have Q Myers because
Mornings are
Kirk
tough.
Morrison's on a plane. But maybe
nothing to do with you.
Q Myers is part of our ESPN Radio and GKB family.
He's on
Game Night.
Game Night, which is on after Travis.
The DeMarco and Travis afternoon
Travis,
show. Let's
yes.
get the names straight.
Sorry.
There's a lot of moving parts there, George.
I got it.
Why don't you vamp for a minute and a half or so?
Well, actually,
Because
hold
we
on.
got Radio Tinder. Well, I got to do a thing before Radio Tinder. So I thought maybe we do a minute and a half of content. I'll come back in, solicit, then we'll do Radio Tinder. Then I'll do a congrats out of Radio Tinder.
Okay,
a lot of stuff.
Why don't we do a little tease on the Dodgers then?
The
a little
Dodgers.
Dodgers tease, a little Dodgers. So, Greg, what was on the Blue Review today?
So it was more about how we needed the Dodgers to win 2-3 against the Giants up in San Francisco to see whether or not they are for real.
Yeah.
Because that 4-game winning streak, was that for real, or was it all just going to go to hell like it did before when they did it against the Reds?
Was it going to
Good
hell?
positive attitude.
Well, no, yeah. Just I needed to see it more, and they took 2 of 3, and they did it in pretty dominant fashion too. If it wasn't from the pitching staff, which I feel horrible for Yamamoto because again he was fantastic on Friday, and they end up losing that game because Tanner Scott decides that he wants to give up grand slams.
Right. Loves giving up grand slams. How you guys enjoying the game so far? It's okay. Here, how about this? How about hit a grand slam? How you enjoying it now?
Yeah, how's that? But the pitching was just so good, and the offense fully turned around on Saturday and Sunday.
Big time. Because remember, Kershaw, another game where he gives up a lot of runs early.
Second in a row. Yeah, but he was the one piece of the pitching staff that wasn't all that good. But the hitting was amazing. They had like 35 hits and 20-some runs in those 2 games on Saturday and Sunday
against the San Francisco team that all of a sudden was surging.
They were fighting for a potential last wild card spot.
They won like 14 of 18 coming in.
They were hot.
Would love to take down the Dodgers, even if they don't do anything. The Dodgers.
Spoilers.
They would love to.
Against Webb and Robbie Ray.
Yeah, both only win like 5 innings, right?
Yeah, both went less than 5
Less
innings.
than 5,
They couldn't get through the
But you know what?
Yeah.
Before you go celebrating this win, and it was a good win.
3 games are going to be important.
Right. Philadelphia comes to town. And all of a sudden, these are huge games.
Oh, yeah, because
massive.
Now, Dave has actually downplayed that. I saw Roberts downplayed it some, where, they're 4.5 back of the Phillies for that 2 seed, basically. And this could go a long way, depending if they can find a way to sweep Philly, which will be very difficult, obviously. But Roberts basically said, look, this is a situation we put ourselves in. If we win, great. If we don't, that's great too. Like, if we get closer, cool. If not, whatever. It is what it is. We're fine with whatever our lot is, basically. I'm paraphrasing that part of it.
Nice paraphrasing.
Yeah.
Nice wetting the beak.
paraphrasing.
We'll do more Dodgers coverage.
The
Dodgers in our 9 a.m. YouTube hour. Yeah. Right now, caller number 7, 877-710-ESPN. It is $1 Million Monday. Here's what you need. You need your big game prediction, which means in February, the 2 teams that will play in that big game in February for that trophy. 2 teams that will play and the final score. That's what we need from you. Both teams that will play and the final score. Just for predicting on $1 Million Monday, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino, you will win Rams tickets to the next home game. Meanwhile, we'll get caller 7. It is Radio Tinder time.
I love the Golden Girls. Nice.
We like to play a TV theme. The Golden Girls. Yesterday, back September 14th, back in 1985. 40 years ago, the Golden Girls premiered on NBC. You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter or Instagram. Don't forget about our sponsor, the Crazy Hernandez Brothers. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-624.
Really
FL.
good. Really good.
I mean, listen,
nice performance.
I used to love this. I was a little kid when this show was on. and I
Chris
used to-
can't finish the billboard.
Yo, it's okay. Saturdays when I was like 9 years old, the Golden Girls were hot.
Can I finish the billboard? Go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale.
Steven and Carlos will be with Cappy and I at the Dodger game tomorrow.
The Dodgers.
And by the way,
Take
since
it
they're
away,
playing
producer.
Philly,
Oh, yeah,
I
got
hope
it.
they have good cheesesteaks tomorrow night.
They're
going to
tell us about their hard wood.
Yes, they got it.
Who doesn't like... Never mind. Take it away, producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher. By the way, they did a tribute to the Golden Girls live. Reba McEntire. I forget the other two ladies that did it with them, but on the Emmys last night, though, because, it was what was it, 40 years, you said, Christopher?
Yes, 40 years. Back in 1985.
Man, you look at that cast. That was a good cast.
Great
Emmys last night.
Yeah.
The Emmys?
Yeah,
Ace
the
was at the
Emmys were
Emmys.
on.
I don't know.
Ace had his meta glasses at the Emmys.
Were you watching that, Linz?
I turned it on after I fell asleep, but, I went to bed, but I turned that on because the football game was not going to be a good game.
was terrible.
But I will admit, I will watch a crappy football game over the Emmys any day.
My wife was watching the Emmys.
I was curious if White Lotus would win any awards.
Did they?
So,
They win anything?
Apparently, Shrinking, my new favorite show, got shut out. They didn't win anything.
Yeah, they didn't win
I don't know
anything.
that
That's a
show.
great show.
Did the studio win anything?
Yeah, they won everything.
Did Reacher
beautiful.
win anything?
No.
No
Nothing on
Reacher?
I don't think Reacher was
What do you mean?
nominated.
Reacher didn't
Reacher
win?
didn't get nominated?
Reacher didn't win, like, best TV series?
By the way, it was
I don't
funny.
think so.
Cappy was not familiar. We were talking about Jason Statham earlier, and he's like, I'm not super familiar with Jason Statham. I'm like, he's Reacher, but way better.
Yeah, because I was looking
He
at
kicks
Jason.
way more ass
I was
than
looking
Reacher.
at him sitting there with whoever the Sheik is or the King is. Who is
Jason Statham, right?
Right.
was
Who is
at
at the
boxing
Canelo
match.
fight? Who's
Yeah.
the dude who's from
guy who
Saudi
put on the
Arabia?
fight.
That's the
Is that Turkey?
Sheik.
I think it's Turkey, no?
He's the king of Turkey?
No. I think that's his name. Turkey.
No,
His
Turkey
name is
his
Turkey?
name.
Oh, my bad,
The
y'all.
Sheik's name is Turkey?
I
Yes,
think
it is.
so. Yeah.
My bad,
Yes,
y'all.
it is.
Sorry,
Yes.
Sheik.
8:35 Radio Tinder already in progress. We're going to get to caller 7 for $1 Million Monday in just a moment. Take it away, producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher. All right, so yesterday the Dolphins lost again in very terribly sad fashion, and now people are just starting to wonder, like, what the hell's going on with the Dolphins? More so, like, what the hell's going on with their head coach, Mike McDaniel, because here's a little excerpt of his post-game press conference.
To win games, you have to win the game, not lose the game, honestly. And that is how you lose the game. You're moving the ball down the field. You're 1st and 10, and then you find yourself at 2nd and 20. That was critical.
So
What's wrong with this guy?
You know what it is? I mean, it's literally he sees his head coaching career. This started so promising for him.
Right.
Like, remember a couple years ago,
He's a genius.
He was going to be a star.
They thought he was the next Sean McVay because
Yeah.
of the stuff you would see, all the eye candy, the crazy numbers they would put up. And last year when Tua got hurt, it all fell apart. And when he came back, they were okay. They salvaged like a 500-ish type season. But he lost the locker room last year. And they brought him back, and this is just kind of what we're seeing. And I think this is the first time he's been in a situation where he's not in a positive situation. Because he came from the Niners, right, with Shanahan, where everything was great, and he was Kyle's guy. Then he goes to the Dolphins. He looks great those first couple of years. And everything has just been a downward spiral since.
Yeah, and when you're at home and you lose to the Patriots, who, again, have a second-year quarterback.
Yeah, they're like, they're not a good team yet.
No. And so, but the thing about McDaniel was that he was cute at the beginning.
Right.
Oh, look at him. He's kind of small and skinny and nerdy and fun and everything.
And innovative.
Right. And then all of a sudden now, all those things that you used to describe him as.
Right, now they're
all
negatives.
Right, because now when you're 0-2, all those, he's cute and he's smart looking, he's nerdy. And now it's like, that guy is not a football man. That guy is not a leader of men. Get rid of that guy. And by the way, he got his hands full with a lot of other things going on, which is that his quarterback's not really that good, unfortunately, because I'm a Tua fan. And then he's got a whole problem to deal with Tyreek Hill.
Tua is like a middle-of-the-pack quarterback. He's very accurate, but that's it. And his wide receiver there's a lot of issues going on there.
He ain't no Geno Smith, I'll tell you that right now.
One more, Lindsay. What do you got?
I do want to play this Antonio Pierce clip just because you mentioned Geno Smith. Here's what he had to say about the Raiders and why he thinks they're going to win tonight.
Just Geno, baby. Not win, but just Geno, player of the week, airing it out. I'm sure Matt Ryan really appreciated the stat line that he had throwing to Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers, but that was the difference for the Raiders. Last year, I know, didn't have a quarterback. This year, they have a quarterback. And they're winning, and it's because of Geno, and it's going to continue to happen. We'll see in a couple nights here with the Chargers coming up.
You tell him, Coach.
So,
Antonio Pierce was the Raiders coach till he got fired.
Where was that from?
He was on CBS Sports yesterday.
Okay.
And I just thought that was very funny that, I would know. They don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's not wrong.
No.
And look, I like that he's still, even though he got let go, he's still like a Raider at heart. Like I like that about him. I think that's cool.
I also think it's kind of cool that he has immediately gone into broadcasting. He's
very good.
He's not on like the main CBS where he's at the desk.
He's
this
on the
is on like the
secondary.
second, right?
Yeah.
And he's out there having a good time. And by the way, poking a little bit of fun too. It's okay. Hey, it didn't work out. We didn't have a quarterback. We get it.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Lindsay. Radio Tinder brought to you by the Crazy Hernandez brothers, Hernandez Wholesale Flooring at HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. Okay, 8:39. We have a winner. Caller number 7. He's on line 2. Pot him up there, Jorge. The great Miguel Gonzalez in Long Beach. Miguel, congratulations on $1 Million Monday. Presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Now, Miguel, here's what we need. We need your super prediction. Both teams that will play in February for that trophy and the final score. Go ahead, Miguel.
All right, I got Rams 27, Bills 24.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
Very good, Miguel. And just for playing on $1 Million Monday, you win Rams tickets to the next home game. Congratulations.
Way to go, man.
Miguel, stay on hold for us. We get all that information.
Congrats, Miguel.
Yeah, way to go, dude.
Our first winner here on $1 Million Monday. Listen to Mason and Ireland and the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show for your chance to win $1 Million Monday, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams.
Cappy, coming up next, Beto's going to stop by for the CHLA High School football recap. We're going to do that in just a few moments. You were locked in on the Centennial Mater Day matchup.
Yeah, Friday night.
You were texting about
what a game.
And,
crazy game.
So we're going to talk to him about that and tons of other kids who had fantastic weekends this weekend here across the Southland. But real quick, let me tell people, today, September 15th, kicks off Hispanic Heritage Month, Cappy.
Hey,
All
happy
right?
Hispanic Heritage Month,
Tomorrow
everybody.
is Mexican Independence Day, as we talked about as well. A celebration of familia, cultura, and the strength that defines the Latino community here in Los Angeles. And
But familia I got. Cultura?
Cultura. Culture.
Culture. Cultura.
Come on,
Cultura.
Cap.
I mean, dude, speak Spanish, will you? Good God, man. Cultura. En español, por favor.
And when life hits hard, Cappy, like a car crash, an injury at work, or a sudden fall, you need someone who shows up for you like your familia.
See.
Jacob and Ronnie's that guy. You call him at 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew here at 710 sent you. That's why you call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB, because in this city, people know that Jacob and Ronnie is el mero mero.
Oh, mero mero.
Yeah.
Sí, muy bien, sí.
The one who fights, the one who delivers, the one who doesn't let insurance companies play games with you, especially when you're dealing with some pain. And you know the insurance company's number one goal, right? Delay, deny, deflect. The 3 Ds, Cappy, as you know.
3 Ds, Cappy.
3 Ds.
But Jacob, he stands up for you. Con corazón y con fuerza.
Sí.
All right? At the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie, you don't pay unless Jacob wins. That's his promise and his commitment. It's not just business, man. This is personal. Jacob knows our culture and family comes first, okay? No matter who you are, all right? Protecting your loved ones, honoring your story, making sure you get justice. That's what drives Jacob and Ronnie every day. So call them 844-24-JACOB if you get in any kind of accident. Tell them Sedano, Mason, and the crew at 710 sent you. And just like the Heritage runs deep here in L.A., Jacob is rooted in this city, too. A trusted legal partner of the Rams, Lakers, and LAFC. Whether it's on the field, on the court, in the courtroom, El Mero Mero is there when it matters. So if today reminds you of the power of community and the importance of standing strong, remember this. You don't have to go through it alone. Call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Or visit him online at calljacob.com. Can't wait to hear Mason do that one.
El mero mero.
8:43, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Monday. Smile, would you please? Beto Duran joins us next.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner.
Call Jacob. Call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or visit calljacob.com.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Located in the heart of downtown Los Angeles, Crypto.com Arena is pulling back the curtain and unveiling new behind-the-scenes VIP tours presented by Delta Airlines, which offers an exclusive look inside one of the world's most iconic sports and entertainment venues. Expert guides will lead small groups through spaces that have hosted legendary sports championships, world-renowned concerts, and epic awards. Guests will also explore the VIP areas and experience the arena's latest renovations. Visit CryptoArena.com/tours for more info.
Hey guys, Cappy here. When disaster strikes, you expect your insurance company to be there for you, but often they look for ways to underpay your claim. If you're feeling abandoned, pushed to use low-rated contractors, or ignored after years of loyalty, we protect homeowners from the games and fine print that insurance companies are known for. Contact Avner Gatt, one of California's largest public adjusting firms. Visit avnergatt.com or call 818-917-5256. With a team that has the industry's know-how, including experience from the insurance side, Avner Gatt is ready to fight for you. With over 20 years of experience, they offer a free initial consultation and have the largest network of experts to evaluate your damages. Remember, size, experience, and expertise matter. Don't let your insurance company leave you in the dark. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256, or visit avnergatt.com today. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game.
Sure, I'll admit it. Fantasy football is my jam. Is that still a thing people say? Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Bring your A game and watch the big games all season.
Number 2.
Claim your retro piece diffuser September 23rd when you earn 500 points on your rewards card.
And the number 1 reason.
Nothing but a good time when Bret Michaels brings his Rock the World Tour to Morongo, November 21st.
Morongo, good times.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
8:46, good morning. Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Beto Duran joins us in just one moment. On this day back in 1998, the Bare Naked Ladies released 1 week as the lead single from Stunt. Who knew the name of that album? Nobody. Nobody did. Whatever happened to Bare Naked Ladies?
Put on clothes and nobody's paid attention to him.
That lead singer was a big guy. Then he became skinny, right? Oh, no, that was the Counting Crows.
Wasn't he the guy who had like that Eddie Munster, what do they call those things? Widow's Peak?
Oh, no, that was Smash Mouth. Never mind.
Yeah.
Smash
no,
Mouth
that guy died.
Yeah,
the Smash Mouth guy died.
Right, remember we saw Smash Mouth at a Kings game last year?
Yeah.
And we were like, wait, Smash Mouth? I thought the dude died.
Oh, that's when we made fun of Marty McSorley.
That's when Marty McSorley decided he was going to kick your ass.
Because he had that 1985 polo on.
We need to make that happen.
Oh, yeah.
Get Marty McSorley in here. Would love that.
You want to see him beat up Morales?
Yeah, a little bit.
He's going to beat you up, too.
No.
I think both of you. At
no,
the same
not both
time,
of us.
you'll beat
Not
both of you.
us. No, you. He wanted you.
Hey, Marty and I are probably on the same blood pressure medication now.
Well, I think I might be on that same stuff, too.
Time for Beto Duran, the high school football report made possible by our friends at Children's Hospital Los Angeles.
All right, Beto. So, Beto, I do want to talk to you about boxing a little at the end of this segment, too, because, you are as locked in on boxing as anyone I know. But Cappy, I don't know, Cappy. We have so many group texts. I don't know which one you were texting in about Centennial and Modern Day. Do you remember which one, or do you not even remember at this point? Either way, Cappy was super locked in, Beto, on that particular matchup. It was a wild game. For those that didn't get a chance to kind of read about it or see it or whatnot, who was the star and what went down?
All right, so that was one of the best games that you're probably going to ever see in high school football. It was crazy. So Modern Day coming into the game was the number 1 ranked team. Corona Centennial, always strong. They're like number 6 in Southern California. Modern Day was number 1 in the country.
Yeah.
And Centennial jumped out on them. Centennial was up 28-0 after the first quarter, 33-7 at the half, and then Modern Day scored 29 in the third quarter. They were up 36-33, and then they went back and forth. But Corona Centennial has a dude, and he is a dude. He has the it factor. Jaden Walk Green had 2 interceptions, including a pick 6 to the house. He also kicked 2 field goals. He plays baseball. He's a center fielder. 5'11" junior, has Arizona State, Notre Dame, a bunch of different offers. And then it's the first time that Modern Day has been beaten by a team in the Southern section that's not St. John Bosco for the first time in 10 years. So shout out to the IE and Corona Centennial, and their head coach, Matt Logan, got win number 298 in his career.
Wow. And Beto, check me on this. Corona Centennial Public School, right?
Correct.
Okay.
It's
so
right after 91, perfect spot, man.
Yeah, and so that's a big deal, right? I mean,
Yeah.
for a public school that doesn't get to recruit, doesn't have all the money and the backing, and isn't a football factory that's producing tons of Division I talent every year. I mean, Centennial is, but for a public school to go in and beat a school like Modern Day, I mean, it's a big deal for the public schools, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. Especially Corona Centennial is always a team that's in the battle for open division. So this could change some things up when it gets to the playoff time. And then a lot of kids that go to Servite or Modern Day or JSR, a lot of those kids are Corona kids too. So some of those kids are going out like, man, they lost to the neighborhood kids.
Yeah. Hey, Beto, I've been following because last week you told us a story about that kid in Oxnard Pacifica High School who had 7 touchdowns. How'd they do? I'm curious.
All right, so Taylor Lee, he's the junior I was talking about. Doesn't have the big-time offers yet, but he trains with our good friend Danny Hernandez. How about 8 touchdowns and 366 yards for Taylor Lee and Oxnard Pacifica. So we got to get in this report, we're trying to give shout-out to all the area codes here in Southern California, so 805 gets to stand up.
Yeah, by the way, Danny Hernandez, the quarterback whisperer guru here in Southern California, who's not just in Southern California anymore. Literally, people fly him to work with their kids all over the country. But, based here, Bryce Young was one of his original pupils.
A pupil.
Yes.
Nice.
The kid, Colton Joseph at Old Dominion, the game I had, who beat Virginia Tech. Local kid, Newport Beach.
Local.
One of Danny's guys.
Local
Danny Hernandez's guys. Yeah.
Local guy,
Beto,
all right.
I didn't know that he was one of his guys, and then Beto told me, and then Danny texted me. Did you tell him to text me, Beto?
Yeah, I did. Tell him to give you the update. They call him Captain America.
I texted him. I said, when he texted me, he's like, oh, you my guy Colton Joseph from Newport Beach. And I said, I should have known he was one of your guys. The kid balled out.
Yeah, so he put on a heck of a show. Some other quarterbacks that were big. Look, how about this one? Jaden Jefferson, Cathedral, right there by Dodger Stadium, 412 yards, 5 touchdowns, and he ran for 2. Jackson Taylor in Thousand Oaks, 5 touchdowns. Cooper Berry, Maranatha, 347 yards, 5 touchdowns. And then City Section San Pedro,
Let's
Memorial.
Let's go, Pedro.
Yep. School record, 5 touchdowns for the quarterback, Cecil Lorio.
Wow, that's fantastic. Now, let me ask you this. You mentioned about Jaden Walk Green and the type of game that he had at DB. Are there any other guys defensively that stood out to you this weekend? I know Orange Lutheran has a 5-star, and they've got one of the top defenses and defensive linemen as well. Like, what about that group, and what about more defenders? Because we focus a lot on offense, but let's give the defensive guys a little shout-out.
How about this guy that Cappy knows? 6'7", 260, with a 3.8 GPA at Orange Lutheran. Number 1 rated defensive lineman in the country as a 5-star sophomore. That's right, 6'7" sophomore. Tongan, Marcus Fakato'u from Orange Lutheran. 2 sacks, forced fumble, blocked the extra point attempt in the win. Also from Palisades, Damari DeZern, defensive back. 3 interceptions, including a 78-yard pick 6. Come on, Cappy, you love the pick 6.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what else I love. I'm glad George said, hey, give the defensive guys a little bit of help. I am following Orange Lutheran. I do have a close friend who's a coach on that staff. But, Beto, we were talking earlier today about how the Cowboys kick a 64-yard field goal and how in the NFL guys are just hitting bombs. It's true in high school, too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, more so than ever before. When I was in high school, if you had a 52 or a 54-yarder, I mean, that was amazing. And then you'd find an occasional guy somewhere kicking off a 2-inch tee that hit a 58-yarder. But these kids in high school today, Beto, are hitting long 50s and early 60s. We got any good kickers out there?
Oh, I loaded out here because now these kids are specializing since elementary, Cappy, for kickers. Because it used to be, hey, find a soccer player, see if he can kick a PAT. That doesn't happen anymore. Chaminade has a kid named A.J. Salo. How about this, Cap? 50, 50, and 43-yard field goals.
Wow.
And then Harvard Westlake has a freshman, Kazra Mahami. 43-yard field goal, 7 PATs. And then Tate Benjamin at Crespi, 43-yard field goal. Come on now.
Well, that's good, man. It's real impressive. I'm telling you, I've seen these kids in high school hitting these 60-yard bombs, and I'm like, wow, this is why guys can hit 65-yarders and 70-yarders, believe it or not, in the NFL. That's cool, man. Way to go, Beto. All right, I love the high school football report.
I mean, Beto's crushing it on the CHLA high school football recap.
Crushing it.
Real quick, we got literally less than 90 seconds. Your thoughts on Canelo and Bud?
Canelo got old. I heard you guys talking about that. He did not step on the gas like people thought he was going to. He never changed. He never adjusted, and give all the credit to Bud because Bud was locked in that zone looking great. Bud is going to fight again because he'll probably fight like Jake Paul and make a bunch of money because Canelo, supposedly rumors are that he got close to over $100 million. So you're right. When you sleep in the silk sheets, you don't have to worry about anything else. The way he was talking about, like, I'm happy with my family and what I've accomplished, sounds like he's done.
Right.
But Cappy, Weddle, I can get you back in the circle.
Weddle and Beto.
Beto, I guess it's too late now. Like, I mean, I want to be back in the circle, but it's gotten late. I don't think there's that many good times ahead.
We got you, baby.
But Beto and Weddle, I like.
That's the new show, Beto and Weddle.
I love it. Thank you, Beto. The High School Football Report was brought to you by Children's Hospital Los Angeles. Children's Hospital Los Angeles. Your child's comeback starts at CHLA. Shina.
Yes, of course. All right, we need the mongrels to stay in the YouTube. We need everyone else who's not currently a mongrel in the YouTube to join us in the YouTube because we've got a lot of things to cover in the YouTube hour. We've got USC. We're going to get to that. Then Q Meyers is going to join us. We'll talk some Raider football with him as Raiders-Chargers tonight on the second half of the Monday Night Football back-to-back on ESPN television. We're going to get into the UCLA coaching hire, potential hire after they fired DeShaun Foster. I got a name that makes a ton of sense. Someone I literally met recently and was blown away by.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful.
How about a little more shine
Josh
for
Rosen.
the Rams, too? What do you think of that?
Thank you, Cappy. 8:55. Good morning. Go.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Here's Travis Rogers.
For the first time since their Super Bowl winning season, the Los Angeles Rams are 2-0 to open up a year after a 33-19 win against the Tennessee Titans. Nashville, the Titans fall to 0-2, and it was a breakout day for Devontae Adams, who had 6 catches for 106 yards, including his first touchdown as a Ram. Puka Nacua also got into the end zone on the ground, however, with a big 45-yard touchdown run on 4th and 1 to put the LA Rams up 7-0 early in that one. And Matthew Stafford continues to do what he has done in his incredible career. 23 out of 33 for nearly 300 yards, 298 yards. He did throw his first interception of the season, which did set up a Tennessee touchdown, but he countered with 2 of his own, including the second of the year for Davis Allen. With Monday's Rams Report, I'm Travis Rogers.
This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Powered by ZipRecruiter. Looking for your next great hire? Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
You know that old saying, you can have it fast or you can have it good? When it comes to hiring, ZipRecruiter has put that saying to bed. Because with ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire someone fast, you get them fast, and you get the best person for your job. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology immediately starts showing your job to the right candidates. Get in the end zone with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
You know that feeling. You're finally asleep and bam, a leg cramp comes out of nowhere. Look, I've played through pain, but waking up with a leg cramp at 3 a.m., that sucks. So I don't mess around anymore. I keep Highland's Leg Cramps PM on my nightstand. No groggy side effects, no harsh meds, just a fast, effective relief that lets me sleep through the night without the Charlie horse surprise. Get the sleep you need with Highland's Leg Cramps PM. Get it today at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS. Highland's Leg Cramps PM, because you don't need a midnight workout.
Chris Morales here. Addiction to opioids and stimulants can strip away the things that make you uniquely you. This National Recovery Month, recover your life. Choose a proven addiction treatment option that's right for you at choosechangeca.org.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Out here, it's football season, where nothing beats backyard grilling, gathering around the fire pit, and cheering on your favorite team with friends. The yard is mowed, the lights are strung, and the grill is warming up. Whether you need to fill up your propane, get a new grill, or even a generator, out here, it's game day. And we're ready for it. Tractor Supply, for life out here.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Rates may vary. Bill monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
4th down in the yard. Stafford's under center. Kyron Williams is single back. Nakua in motion behind Stafford. Now back out the left side. Jet sweep. They put it in his belly. He needs to cross the 45. He does. Stays on his feet. Down the left sideline. Puka's gone. 10-5. Touchdown Rams. On 4th down and 1. Nakua goes 45 to the house. Never mind the 4th down. How about a touchdown for Nakua? His first of 2025, and it comes on the ground.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
Brown will pass as he's hit, but it knocks up in the air, and it's taken out of the air by the Trojans. Jarrett, the big old dude, is at the 40, at the 30. He's got an escort at the 20, the 10. The big man has scored a touchdown for USC. All 6'5" and 360 pounds of Jamal Jarrett, the transfer from Georgia. How do you do?
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
His breath smells like medicine.
I've danced with the devil.
Give me a freaking break. Jerry is gassing me down, dude.
What's his breath smell like?
Oh, like medicine, bro. I'm
what
serious.
What kind of medicine, though? Like,
well, it turns out I didn't know that he had battled cancer. I didn't know.
But
so it smelled like
it
smelled like chemotherapy pills.
Terrible.
I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm trying to be mean.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro. Thank you for letting me share in your aura.
How do you say his name? Asminger? Asminger?
On 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app. And on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Bigger than U.S. Steel.
What a catch by the tight end!
Dungus!
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
9:02, good morning. Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Quack, quack, work now, Jorge, didn't it? This guy keeps making me break my headphones because of his incompetence.
I mean, you're just also, like, you need to relax.
No, that's how Imus used to do it.
66 WNBC.
I mean, Cappy suggested you don't have to lock out all the time. We could just do it.
Well, I don't want you to get so upset.
Yeah.
I wasn't upset about the lockout. I was upset that his incompetence.
Who's incompetent?
Jorge.
So we share the computer here, right?
No.
Hold on. Let me
No, you
defend
could just
myself.
use your
No,
finger on it.
Hold
They're
on.
both touch screens.
Correct.
So if I use my finger on it, you use your finger
Correct.
on the other side.
But when
You
you
guys are
lock
both
out, you
using
never
your
hit the
finger on
quack
it.
quack. Yeah, we can both put our finger on it. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Got
Yeah,
it.
it's kind of like when you're doing tag team, right? And somebody's got a finger on one thing, other guy's got a finger on the other.
Tag team back again. Is that
By the
what
way,
you're talking
Dr.
about?
Clapper's calling me. Doesn't he know I'm on the air? We had a great show Saturday morning, by the way. Great show.
I love it. How are you?
How are you?
Is he going to come downtown? We're going to go to the pantry and have lunch or what?
Oh, I'd love to go to the pantry right now. I'm starving. So Q Meyers is going to join us in just a second to talk Raiders and Chargers.
Q is the program director, the afternoon host of the Raider Nation Radio, 920 a.m. He's also part of our family here at ESPN Radio.
Yeah, he does game night after
I
DeMarco
followed
and
him on
Travis.
Twitter last night. I want to become his new Twitter best friend just to irritate JT the Brick.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I mean, the Brick won't even come on the show.
Well, I mean, I think the Brick is
a
over
coward.
Morales.
He's a coward.
Nah, I don't know about a coward. I think he's just...
A new day has dawned, and our
he's
new
had it.
insider, along with Kirk Morrison, is the one and only Q Meyers.
Oh, really?
We'll get to that in just a second. Let's talk real quick about USC as we get Q on in a few minutes. They did what they're supposed to do. You go on the road, you beat Purdue, they win, okay, for the first time on the road against a Big Ten opponent since 2012. They haven't played a ton of them in that span of time, but they hadn't won on the road. We saw last year they struggled on the road, certainly in the conference. Purdue not ready for prime time yet, though. I told you that going into it. They had the weather delay. They dealt with all that. You get the win. You move on. Now you have a Michigan State team coming in who, again, also, in my opinion, not ready to be where they should be, but they are a step above Purdue for sure.
So what do we think about USC so far? We know they beat up two guys.
They're in the top 25 for the first time, the AP poll.
They beat up two teams that they're supposed to beat up on, which they did at home. And they go on the road. And listen, if you didn't see the game and you look at the score and you go 33-17, you go, okay, well, that kind of seems relatively impressive, right? I mean, they won by multiple scores. Pretty good. I will just say this. If you went back and watched this game, and I don't expect everybody to waste their time doing that, but this game was a 30-17 game.
Yeah.
And Purdue is driving down the field.
Yeah.
And it looks like Purdue's about to score to make it 30-24. And now all of a sudden it's a one-score game. And the Purdue quarterback gets a little bit greedy and throws a ball that he shouldn't have thrown down around the goal line, intercepted, and that changes everything because then USC drives, kicks a field goal, takes a 33-17 lead, and that's where the game ends. But at 30-24, that is a much more competitive game.
Totally different.
So while it looks good, 33-17, and maybe not good enough for enough people.
It was closer than the score indicated.
That is my point.
Yeah, I agree. And here's what I'll tell you. Again, Michigan State is a step up. Now, they're not in the I don't even know if they're in the upper half of the Big Ten. I would say they're somewhere in that kind of middle-ish kind of range. But they're better than Purdue, who's more towards the bottom of the Big Ten.
Only thing I'll say about Michigan State is they come in with a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, Aiden Childs is a very mobile quarterback. So, I'm curious to see how USC handles that, okay? He is prone to making mistakes. He was at Oregon State with Jonathan Smith. So he was previously in the Pac-12. But Jonathan Smith is also a guy who is somewhat familiar, having come from the Pac-12, with how USC does their business. They're just not player for player. USC should win this game. I think should win it by 2 touchdowns as well or something close to it, especially at home, and Michigan State having to come here.
On a Saturday night at 8 p.m. Pacific time. But Michigan State will come in with at least a little bit of momentum at 3-0. They beat Western Michigan, no big deal.
Yeah.
They beat Boston College.
Boston College, great game. Yeah, great game, Boston College.
And then they beat up on Youngstown State this past weekend, 41-24. So they come in 3-0. 3-0 Michigan State, 3-0 USC. USC ranked number 25, 8 o'clock Saturday night at the Coliseum. Let's see what happens. And we'll obviously have a lot of time between now and then. Chris, are we going to the game or are we not going to the game?
No, I'm not going to an 8 o'clock Michigan State game at the Coliseum. Because I got to get ready for Michigan in a few weeks after that.
Wait, you mean you can't
and it's
go
the
to
day
Michigan
after
State?
my birthday.
That is true.
And I was hoping for like an afternoon game, so then Saturday night we could do some stuff. Some accoutrement, Stephanie and I. 8 o'clock at the Coliseum for Michigan State, not going to do it.
It's a big commitment for a game that you're really not that interested in.
Is that game been assigned to television network?
Fox.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it assigned?
Because sometimes it's not. Sometimes it happens like today.
It's a Fox game.
It's assigned to Fox.
It is assigned to Fox.
It's an assignment.
They gave an assignment. They went, Fox, this is your assignment.
By the way,
Michigan State.
Saturday's game was assigned to CBS.
Mm-hmm.
It was good to hear Brad Nessler, but I think
doesn't sound
and
good,
Gary
huh?
Danielson. It sounds
well. That's why they've been
Well,
kind of
Gary's
relegated.
retiring this year.
Oh, he
Gary's
is.
still very good.
He is, but-
Look, Brad is one of the voices of college football, man.
No doubt.
You know?
But they've been relegated. They're not getting the primetime game anymore. That's true. That is true. But you didn't like Brad Nessler, huh?
I love Brad Nessler.
You don't like Brad
the
Nessler. You don't like him.
The broadcast just sounded a little moldy. You know what I mean?
Moldy.
Yeah, like a moldy oldie. Hey,
Really?
Hey, everybody, moldy oldies.
Well,
I wonder how old he is.
next year, Charles Smith,
66 WNBC.
who used to work with Ian Eagle for many years, Charles Smith, post Dan Fouts, he's on like the third or fourth CBS NFL
You mean
team.
Charles Davis?
Charles Davis, sorry, not Charles Smith.
I'm sitting here going, wait, Charles Smith, the former NBA player, the Knick?
No, yeah, that's who I confused him with. Charles Davis, yes, is going to be the lead analyst next year for college football
he
for
had a
CBS.
good career. I think he was a DB at Tennessee. He was a
Correct.
pretty good player.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Monday Night
Yes.
Football tonight. Chargers, Raiders. A big game for this show because, George, you took the Raiders, right, with the points?
3.5, yeah.
But I'm taking the Chargers. I took them as my 5 because I want to see Cappy's face tonight as we watch in the conference room with Sua Cravens and Anthony Jecks. Cappy have to choke on it. Choke on it.
Sexy Jexy.
As we watch those Chargers, the team that hates you, Cappy,
Mm-hmm.
beat down the Raiders like a rented mule on a Monday night.
Not going to happen. This is a whole different
Hey,
era
what's
of
up,
Raider
Paul?
football.
And
Different-
the great Q Meyers from Vegas is now, look at this, George, it's connecting by Comrex.
I
Oh,
love that.
wow. And video on YouTube.
Oh.
Hello, Q.
Hey, what's happening? How you guys doing?
My
Appreciate
boy
you having me on
Q.
the show.
My boy Q.
What's happening? I like the chain, man. The chain is fantastic.
Hey, Q, listen to me, man. I'm trying to school these fools around here. They don't understand something. They don't get it, Q.
Hey, what's up, Holmes?
You've been around the Raiders for a long time.
Yep.
You know, and I was around the Seahawks, and I've been around Pete a lot. When Pete Carroll shows up, it's a whole different environment, and that is why I believe the Raiders will be able to win this game tonight. And by the way, if they're going to win one of these two games, winning at home in week 2 when everybody's healthy, this is the time to get it done.
This is the time to get it done. You're exactly right. Not to mention, the Raiders need to start establishing some kind of home field advantage, and they'll have that tonight. 86% of the people that are ticketed to be there are going to be Raider fans. And as you guys know, that doesn't happen at Allegiant Stadium all the time. So the Raiders have to finally take advantage of having a real, true home field advantage. So this would be a great stage, right? The Chiefs lost. The Broncos lost. I know it's early in the season, but literally this is a first-place game. It'd be a great stage for them to go ahead and get that done and show what Pete Carroll's all about.
Oh, a first-place game, Q. You don't say.
I mean, it's
You
week.
don't say.
It's week 2.
It is week 2.
Hey,
It is week 2.
wait. George told me earlier that I'm pathetic.
Well,
he used
because
the word pathetic.
Because you're like making this out to be like it's a big
It
deal to
is
be
a-
in first place in week 2.
It's a big deal for the Raiders.
Tell
It
him, Q.
is a big
Tell him,
deal
Q.
for the Raiders.
School him, Q.
But that goes to show you the sad state of
Well,
affairs.
no,
of the
you're not wrong.
franchise.
You're
Okay,
not wrong.
thank
But that's why they've hired Pete Carroll and John Spytek to try to turn that sad state of the franchise into not a sad state and get back where they need to be. It is baby steps. You can't run before you walk. The Raiders need to learn how to walk, and they're trying to do that tonight.
They also, they got to do that as far as their running game as well. Their problem is they can't run there either. So how do they rectify some of those issues that they have running the football?
Well, you know, they didn't have a very good showing in week 1, obviously only running for 56 yards, and the offensive line didn't do Ashton Jeanty any favors, and JPJ is out today. So Jackson Powers-Johnson will not be in. It'll be Alex Cappa will be at the right guard spot. So that's a continuity thing. How quickly can they get on the same page? It's going to be a big challenge. But I do believe that the Chargers, who weren't tested on the ground by Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes was the leading rusher for the Chiefs last week. I think that the Raiders will go ahead and at least test them early to see if they can get their ground game going. To win this game, they have to be more balanced. You can't go for 362 in the air and 56 on the ground think you're going to beat the Chargers.
Right.
It's not going to happen.
You got to be able to run the ball because you got to be able to work the clock.
Yep.
And you got to try and keep Herbert off the field as much as you can because you know how explosive they are. The thing I keep saying, Q, and you tell us, is that it's great to have Jeanty, and it's nice to have a competent quarterback, and it's great to have one of the best tight ends in football.
Well, by the way, competence in general is what to Q's point earlier, That's what Pete Carroll brings, is a level of competence the franchise has not had, particularly at that position, in a long time.
But Q, just to continue on, they've got to build an offensive line. I mean, they've got what they've got for this year, but Ashton Genty is not going to be great until he gets some big guys up front that are really good. So what do you think they do with this offensive line as this year goes on?
I mean, it's going to continue to be a work in progress, and I hate to say that, and that's one of the conversations that we all had going into the draft. Is Genty a guy that you can get right now and take advantage of his skill set, right? You don't have the Eagles offensive line. You don't have the Packers offensive line. You don't have the Ravens offensive line. You got the Raiders offensive line. So they've got to find a way to come together and make it happen. They put Jordan Meredith at the center position, and that was the first time he ever played center, but he's actually done pretty well. So they got to get that right size shored up, and I think that they'll continue to tinker with it. But right now it kind of is what it is. Alex Kappa's in, JPJ is out, and you just got to kind of take your lumps when you can.
Give us an example of that level of competence, though, that we were referring to with Pete Carroll. Like something that you've seen that's tangible that makes a difference.
All the players absolutely believe. And, you know, it's funny, I've been around the team long enough, and there's been so many coaching changes that you always want to see where the buy-in is and, oh, this is the coach that's going to get it done. But, man, every single player that we've talked to in the locker room, just seeing them at training camp, they all believe in Pete. They say, look, he doesn't have a bad day, so we sure ain't going to have a bad day. If this dude comes through smiling and joking and laughing and competing, we better too. So you could just see that you follow your leadership, and the leadership that Pete Carroll has brought, this team has really bought into, especially with Geno Smith working with them there in Seattle. He knows what he brings to the table. So everyone is all in, which is a good thing, right? I mean, even Jacoby Meyers, who wants a contract extension, requested a trade. He said, hey, I asked for the trade. They said no. I said, okay, let's get back to work. So, I mean, it's just everyone's just down to do their job, and it all starts with Pete Carroll. He's been a refreshing, you know, just kind of like some good wind and air in the sails of the Raiders. And honestly, Antonio Pierce started the change last year with the culture. He just didn't know how to get it. He knew what he wanted. He didn't know how to get it. Pete Carroll knows how to get it.
Hey, Q, go to the defensive side of the ball. We're talking about what the Raiders offense has to do to play keep away from Justin Herbert. But when the Chargers are on the field on offense, okay?
That drop, by the way, is hilarious. Herbert. I mean, it's so good.
Not only do the Raider fans, need to make noise to disrupt the Charger offense, but go to the Raider defense. I mean, everybody knows that Crosby is one of the premier pass rushers in the league, and Pete really talked about the size and the speed of the secondary in the preseason. But when you look at this game from a defensive perspective, what do you think the Raiders can or need to do?
Two things. They've got to get pressure on Herbert. That's a non-negotiable, right? Patrick Graham's defense is all about pressure. So Crosby is always going to be the guy we always talk about and focus in on, but Kuntz, Tyree Wilson, Adam Butler, Jonah Laulu, guys like that are all going to have to play a role. Thomas Booker, who they traded for, they're all going to have to do their job as well. You can't lose contain either, right? You can't play hero ball like Chris Jones tried to do with the Chiefs last week against Justin Herbert, where he tried to jump inside instead of just keep contained. And as we all saw, what did Justin Herbert do? Ran to the outside, 19 yards, game, set, match. It's over. You got to keep contained. You got to stay disciplined. And the secondary, they have to be sticky. There was way too many times that Patriot wide receivers were wide open. Now, to the Raiders' credit, they were able to tackle immediately, so there wasn't a lot of yak yards, but it doesn't matter. You can't allow Quentin Johnston, Keenan Allen, Ladd McConkey, and others to run free like that because they will eat you alive. Justin Herbert will eat you alive. So sticky coverage and pressure on the quarterback. Those are non-negotiables for the Raiders' defense.
Q, before we let you go, Brock Bowers, the knee brace, what do we know about that?
I think he's going to give it a go. He practiced in a limited capacity on Saturday. He said it was a little uncomfortable to play at that compression on his leg, but he's going to try, right? And so if he can't go, it's going to be the Big Mike show, Michael Mayer. And I think it's a good opportunity for him. He hasn't had a chance to break out since the Raiders drafted him in the second round 2 seasons ago. I think that this is a good time for Michael Mayer to show what he can be, especially with Denzel Perryman out. I think the Raiders could exploit the middle of the defense of the Chargers.
Now, listen, I know that the Raiders' mantra is commitment to excellence, but for tonight, even though I've been dubbed a Raider hater on this show, I believe in commitment to covering, okay? So if they can give me the hook tonight, I'd be happy with that, okay?
I'm not mad. I actually think because the Raiders are going to take advantage of this home field, I actually think that the Raiders get a 3-point dub. So I got them 24-21 in this game because they have to they have to take advantage of this home field advantage.
Right.
They don't have it very often.
Right. Hey, Q, before you go, you can see us on video, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you can see that I've already put on my big Cappy Raider hat here tonight.
I see
I've
it.
got on my chain. George is committed to wearing the chain if the Raiders win.
Nice.
Okay. And just last thing, there's a story today about Pete Carroll breaking a whiteboard, going like wrestler on the Raiders in a pregame speech. What do we know about that?
Apparently he's getting his best WWE style on, and he's one of those guys that he just knows how to get to these young players and get them fired up. And I didn't know about it till over the weekend as well, but apparently kicked a hole in the whiteboard. It's pretty awesome. Got the team all fired up. What 74-year-old isn't kicking holes
he
in a
ain't
whiteboard?
74. He ain't 74. He's 44. I keep having to explain to Sedano. 74 is the new 44.
There you go.
Pete Carroll is a child. He's a baby.
Yeah.
He's a boy.
Okay.
He's a little guy.
I love Pete Carroll.
No, you
I
don't.
want to see that chain on George. That's what I
me
want to
too.
see. I want to see that chain.
Me too.
I love Pete Carroll. I just don't know how long he's going to be there to make all of it work. We'll just see. We'll see how it all
all
works
good.
out.
I offered him another necklace over here.
No, I want to wear the smaller one.
Then I
like the small one.
Then I got this
that one.
ice.
That's the one
I got
like.
this ice right here.
That's
too.
nice.
You see this ice
I
right
see
here?
it. Yeah, I
even
see it.
And by the way, here's another thing.
Yeah.
If the Raiders win, tomorrow Morales is putting on the Raiders socks.
I'm not going to do that.
Yes, you are. Because your nemesis is the one who gave me these socks.
So you want me to take that picture in my brand new Skims and just socks and
right.
Skims?
Yeah. That's exactly right.
That'd be great.
And I
Socks
need to
and
hear.
Skims.
I need to hear a couple more moldy oldies though. That's good. That's
that was
That's
good.
a fantastic.
By the way, how
drop.
great is Q Meyers? Q, I'm going to send you some liners for our show so you could be part of our imaging every day.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing?
No,
now?
we're done with that. Q Meyers is the guy now. Good job, Q Meyers.
Q, pleasure, buddy. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks again.
I appreciate y'all, man.
That's
Have a
your
great
boy
day,
Q
Q.
right
You
there.
too.
That's your boy Q.
Part of ESPN Radio and Game Night, and of course the program director and afternoon host of Raider Nation Radio 920 in Vegas.
Man, I am ready with all my Raider gear tonight. So we're going to have a Monday Night Football viewing party
In the conference room.
conference room. So it's me, you, Christopher.
Is this going to be all on YouTube?
Well, they're figuring out a second screen strategy.
Yeah.
Did you try playback?
I think so.
Okay. So me, you, Sua, your new boyfriend.
Hi,
okay?
Sua.
Right. Lindsay Baseball says she and Chewy, Raider Chewy are coming.
Yes.
Okay. Lazy Dog on National Double Cheeseburger Day.
Stephanie is joining us.
Stephanie will be there as well.
Anthony Jex, our official pending Chargers reporter on the
Sexy
show.
Jexy, okay, will
Sexy
be in the
Jexy.
house. All right. Anybody else coming
Greg
to the party?
Bergman is flaking on us.
No, he's
No,
doing
not.
something for charity.
CHLA.
You have to
Dodger game.
declare your independence.
From
much like
CHLA?
much like you need to declare your independence from UCLA, that scumbag school. You have to declare your independence from Travis and Mason. You are now part of the morning show.
I think he did that last week. When
When he took a shot at Ireland?
I mean, by the way, did Ireland give you any grief about it or
So
no?
he's trying to play the I'm not going to give in to Morales because Morales really wants me to go after Bergman. So now he's going like, oh, it's not a big deal. And he keeps going with the
Ireland.
Oh, it's not a big deal. And I mean, as Sedano and anybody who does play-by-play will tell you, sometimes you have those games where it's just not great. And I'm just like, okay, John. And I just walk away. Because I want him to go in on Bergman simply for the tile or for the imaging.
Yeah,
but
you're creating a bit that isn't there.
It's there. Bergman, Ireland hates
He
you.
won't give up on it.
So it is there. I'll get it out of him. Don't
You hear
worry.
that? He says
but
Ireland hates you. I don't believe that.
Ireland went hard on Lindsay at the Golf Classic.
According to Chris, he hates everybody. But go ahead.
Mason officially said he got Lindsay fired from that show.
No way.
He finally did it in audio, so that will be in the open today.
Really?
Yes.
He did?
He
did
finally officially went in.
Was Lindsay there for this?
No.
What made him do this? Or let me rephrase it. What did you do to make him
I don't
do
remember,
that?
Do we
actually.
have the audio to play?
No. I got to go find it.
What? Why do you not have it available?
Sorry,
This
there's
is
100 things
show,
going
dude.
on.
This isn't Tulsa.
I mean, seriously,
Let me go see
you
if I can
dropped
get it.
that on us and you don't even have the audio?
Right, you dropped
you
it.
led
You
me
don't have
there.
the drop.
Hey, hit your headphones on the wall because he doesn't have the audio.
God
Come on, do it.
darn it! Wrong with you people.
That's what Chris
Every
does
one of
in
you
the
are
break.
incompetent. You all suck. I'm the only one who's good at anything around here. All of you are letting me down. Everybody here should be fired. The way Mason fired Lindsay.
Well, we'll get to that. I'd love to hear Lindsay's response, personally.
Me too.
Oh, they didn't cut up. I'll go get it real
Okay,
quick.
that's fine. In the meantime, speaking of fired, DeShaun Foster, who had a very classy statement on the way out, he was let go.
You know why he was probably classy? Because he was probably relieved. He's like, hey, what? You know what? You fire me and pay me $6 million? Hasta luego.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly helps.
I don't know where that came from. I don't know where that came from. I don't know where hasta luego came
I mean, it is Hispanic Heritage Month
Right.
today, starting today. So, but look, it is a nice windfall, I would say, for him. But
God, if somebody would fire me and pay me $6 million, I'd be so happy.
So Bergman, I think I got the guy.
Who's the guy? I'm excited for this. So he played at UCLA, you said.
Played linebacker at UCLA in the mid-'90s.
Okay.
He has been a very successful defensive coordinator in college football.
Sounding good so far.
He currently, this is his fifth, only a few games in, but currently his fifth straight season of a top 25 defense. I met him a couple of weeks ago, and it was funny. I turned to my production crew and said, that guy's going to be a head coach really soon. Florida State defensive coordinator Tony White. He's the guy.
Love it. I would love
He's
Tony
the guy.
White.
I'm telling you right now, if he's going to be a successful head coach somewhere, he's 46 years old, played at UCLA when Rocky Long was the defensive coordinator. His whole, he learned the 3-3-5 defense from Rocky Long, who popularized it. He didn't invent it. The guy who invented it, Rocky learned from, was a guy named Joe Lee Dunn. But
he played under Rocky Long, I believe.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Rocky Long was the DC
at
UCLA.
Rocky Long was
Come
great.
on, bro.
So here's what I'll say. The
My bad,
3-3-5, historically, now it's interesting because he runs it at Florida State with great athletes, but he ran it successfully at Nebraska. He ran it successfully at Syracuse. And when I met him at Syracuse, I remember the chatter there was, well, we don't have the athletes to get 4 down linemen. So we get 3 guys that can hold the line of scrimmage and linebackers that can attack, right? And it's really a very common defense for teams that can't get those big guys up front to really protect the line of scrimmage and hold the line of scrimmage. So if you're UCLA, one of the things you're struggling to get is amassed talent, particularly on the lines of scrimmage. From just a schematic standpoint, it makes a ton of sense to bring a guy in like that. The fact that he has ties to UCLA, who was a player here at UCLA when they were good in the 90s, under a defensive coordinator in Rocky Long, who was very good historically. And he's ready. Like, he is ready to be a head coach. If you look at anybody's, Pete Thamel, Bruce Feldman, you look at those guys, I bet you he will be on all their coaching candidate lists, like the hot coordinator names that haven't been head coaches. He's going to be on all those lists. That's the guy. Tony White should be the next head coach at UCLA.
I love when they go with defensive head coaches, too. And I like that you said that he's actually ready because obviously
no question.
DeShaun wasn't ready. Like Danton Lynn, there was a thought about him coming over at some point and making him the head coach before he went over to USC, but he probably wasn't ready. So that's why I love the fact that Tony White played here, loved him, was a great defender for over here. That makes a lot of sense to me.
Cappy, you'll love this about Tony White.
Let me hear.
The conversation that he and I had a couple weeks ago, it just the way he was talking about players. So I asked him a very simple question, I thought, but he had a fantastic answer for, right?
What was the question?
So we were talking about the portal era, right? And how to manage the portal era. Because we were talking about, Florida State went 2-10 last year, and he comes in this year.
Yeah.
And I said to him, how is it kind of coming into a program that the expectation is to win? You're coming in with this new defense. And, they're coming off this 2-10 season. He straight up said to me, he's like, look, it's very simple. When you go 2-10, you either hate it so much that you're going to do whatever you can. You're going to stand here and fight to get yourself back to respectability and put yourself back on the platform that you deserve to be as a program. And you're going to grow from that and stay and fight, or you're going to run away. And he's like, the guys who ran away, we don't need those guys. The guys who stayed and fight, those are the guys that are ready to take this program back to the place it needs to be. So that was one question. And that led me to say, well, in the portal, guys are in and out. How do you manage that? And he said, the level of investment. He's like, I always try to have an incredible level of investment in these players. I try to know them personally. I try to know what makes them tick. And he goes, and you need that even more in the portal era, because these guys can leave at any given moment. So if you give them the level of investment and they know that you care about them, that you want to see them grow, that you want to see them get to whatever the next level is as a player, as a human being, that you have a full commitment to them and you're not jaded by the system, if it comes down to just a few bucks, they're going to stay. because you've put an actual commitment and investment into them, both as players and human beings. And that's when he said that to me, I'm like, that's when it went off, the light bulb went off. I'm like, this guy's ready to be a head coach.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a great endorsement from you. You've obviously had a chance to meet with him, have these TV production meetings, get to know the guy, and buy in on the guy. And so, again, it's a great endorsement by you. The issue is this. I don't know Tony White. I don't remember his playing career at UCLA. I don't know if everybody else here goes, oh, yeah, man, he was awesome back then. I don't remember his playing career at UCLA. I'm not trying to knock him. What I'm trying to get at is this. You can be a great coach. You can run a great scheme. You can say, hey, we don't have the athletes to run a 4-3, but you know what? We do to run a 3-3-5. All those things are good. And by the way, Danton Lynn, when he was at UCLA, proves to you that with good coaching and with good schemes, even when you don't have great players,
they were one of the better defensive teams
they were
in the
a very
country.
good defensive team.
Yeah.
Okay?
And again, this is going to be year 5 in a row where he's got a top 25 defense. That doesn't happen that often.
That tells you that, a lot of it is coaching.
Different stops.
Right.
Syracuse, Nebraska, now Florida State.
But what I would say about Tony White, again, I don't know him, never met him, don't remember his playing career. I would say that it's hard to go home because everybody wants that. I can remember when USC was looking for a coach, and I made the recommendation for Jack Del Rio just because he had the coaching career and he had the USC background. So going home, ask Rick Neuheisel, ask Carl Durrell. How did it do? How did it go for you when you went home? Ask DeShaun Foster. Listen, I'm not opposed to it, and I think what you're saying is a great endorsement. But ultimately, George, here's what it comes down to: you could go hire Bill Belichick. You could go hire any of the greatest coaches in the history.
Commitment
You
financially.
have to have the money.
The administration needs to do that. 100%.
If the school is not committed, one thing you can say about USC.
But here's the thing: we talked about this earlier when to open the show. I said, because Greg brought up Julio Franks, the chancellor at UCLA. He just got there within the last year or two, basically. And I said to you, in 2021, he was the president of the University of Miami. And the fan base there, the alums there, I mean, these are guys, Hall of Fame football players who were sitting there just like pulling their hair out. How is Miami so mediocre? 7-8 wins. Like, this is ridiculous. And Julio Franks went out and got Mario Cristobal, who had won 2 Pac-12 titles, had been to 3 straight Pac-12 championships from Oregon.
Right, but what did he have at Miami?
He had 2 national championships as an offensive lineman there.
No. What did the president of the school?
But they didn't prior to that. They were kind of half in, half out financially. They got a real commitment. They paid Cristobal $8 million to lure him from Oregon to bring him back home. You don't have to do that with Tony White because he's a first-time head coach. But I'm telling you, he is going to be a head coach somewhere. And I asked you back then, I asked Greg, who is their Mario Cristobal? And while, he doesn't have the championships that Mario Cristobal has as a head coach, he doesn't have the head coaching experience or the success that Mario Cristobal had as a head coach. He was, correct me if I'm wrong, one of the best defenders in his tenure. He was like a 3 or 4 year starter and was a captain, I believe, of the defense when he was there. So, this is a guy that was a successful player here and has gone on separately, not here, other than being a GA and a grad student many, many years ago, has had a successful coaching career away from UCLA and working his way up through the ranks at 46 years old.
Look, bottom line is this. To Martin, to the president of the school, to the alumni, if you want the Rose Bowl to have 75,000 people in it, if you want UCLA to have some electricity around the football program, if you want that iconic logo and uniform to actually mean something inside this new conference that you went to just for money, well, if it was just for money, then invest the money. I mean, UCLA could still be a great football program, but you got to put money into the program. And you got to go to, listen, being an athletic director, I would be a great athletic director, by the way, because being an athletic director is about one thing and one thing only. How much ass can you kiss to get money out of people?
That is priority number one.
And I would be awesome at that.
You would, Cappy.
I would be.
You would be.
I would be such a great athletic director.
They should hire you.
Pitt should hire you.
There was a time, no BS. There was a time.
You were lobbying for the job?
Not lobbying, but I did poke around a little bit.
Yeah.
Because that's what the job of the athletic director is. How much money can you raise? You can tell me about the Olympic sports, and baseball did this, and softball, and water polo, and soccer, and that's all wonderful. for all those kids and for all those non-money-making sports. But in 2025, in the world of NIL, in the world of the transfer portal, where teams are changing their rosters by 80 players, dude.
Yeah.
I watched this Pitt-West Virginia game this weekend. West Virginia had 80 new players on their team.
Yeah.
Okay? You talk about Florida State and him saying some guys want to stay and fight and other guys want to bail. Yeah, because the system allows you to now bail. We're not good. I'm not playing as much. I'm out of here. So if UCLA ever wants to get serious,
they need the financial commitment.
Go get the money.
Right.
So you're right, Cappy. You have to get the money, but there's two different things here with Tony White that I'm just a little bit worried about. So he went out for the job before when they hired DeShaun Foster,
right?
And he had this whole great plan, and apparently Martin Jarman said that it made it seem like they had to do too much, so there was no commitment.
What do you mean?
Like he had a whole plan set up, and he said there was too many. Like there was a lot that had to be fixed, including money and all those things. And
right,
so he'd be great.
Right, that's out of that's to Cappy's point that the administration needs to make that commitment to be able to lure a guy like Tony White, who's going to be sought after as a head coach.
Sure, I like the idea, but I worry that UCLA fans.
You think they've already burned that bridge? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, they're saying. I'm saying that they're going to say, "Oh, you're a former UCLA player." No, we don't want that because there's not very many.
I thought you were referring that Tony White would feel spurned by UCLA because he didn't get the job last time.
I don't think it would be that. I
think most guys dream of being able to. If you're going to become a head coach, you'd love to coach your alma mater. I mean, that's kind of the dream.
Yeah.
Especially.
But why would UCLA fans? I mean, this guy is ready, man. He's going to go. He's going to be a head coach somewhere.
They just hired an assistant. And so do you want to go hire another
right, but this guy's been a defensive coordinator for years now. Like, this is not a guy who was a position coach.
I agree with you. I do. But I think there's a big portion of the UCLA fan base that say, no, we want a real head coach, one that can build a program.
I mean,
he's
legit the head coach of the defense, like everywhere he's been. Because think about where he's been. Okay, Syracuse, Dino Babers, offensive guy. By the way, UCLA guy.
Yep.
So he was the head coach of the defense at Syracuse. Matt Rule, offensive guy. He's the head coach of the defense at Nebraska. Same thing at Florida State. Mike Norvell and Gus Malzahn. Okay, those guys got the offense. He's the head coach of the defense. This guy is ready. If he even has an inkling for the job, you absolutely should hire him.
Well, again, I go back to your endorsement of this guy. If you didn't meet him and you didn't know him, then obviously we wouldn't get this sort of passion from you about who he is and what he's done.
He's going to be a good head coach.
He may be.
Yeah. But the commitment is necessary.
But he may,
no matter what.
He may go on to be a good head coach.
Because if not, you're set up to fail,
right.
regardless who you are.
He may go on to be a good head coach, but it may not be at UCLA because if and when the time comes, because it's going to be awfully hard to go snag somebody from a successful job that they have right now at Florida State, and you're not going to – he ain't leaving Florida State in the middle of the season.
Right, no, he's not.
And
no.
UCLA's not bringing in a head coach in the middle of the season.
Agreed.
But at the end of the year, when there are jobs out there, and let's just say he's weighing, hey, these guys like me, and so do these guys too. UCLA's where I'm from. That's where I'd like to go. But this other school, whoever they may be, is really committed, and they got a lot of money.
And that's what it's going to come down to.
And you know what? I'd rather go to these guys rather than go home.
Because I'm set up to succeed as opposed to fail.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So it's on. Because there's a lot on Chancellor Franks to get. By the way, he's got to be the one. I understand that Martin Jarman and the AD, you got to rile up the troops per se. It's also going to be on the Chancellor because he needs to show the people, the money people, whoever they are, that they are committed, and they need to find even more resources beyond those people that they already have.
And by the way, they just may not be committed. Just so you know.
Right.
Like they may say.
They may. Listen.
But that's where you make the money.
Right. But they may. But listen, you know how UCLA is. UCLA is one of the great academic institutions of this country. Certainly one of the great academic institutions of this state.
But by the way, have beyond football, an excellent athletic department. I mean, you want to talk about all these Olympic sports they win championships in.
Their baseball's good.
Baseball team is good.
Baseball,
and softball
good.
both
Soccer.
in the World Series, right? And you have
water polo.
I mean, basketball,
and,
obviously.
Soccer's really good, men's and women.
Right. And basketball is clearly iconic. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
but historically iconic. You know what I mean?
I mean, they just were in the Final Four a couple years ago.
Right.
A few years back.
Mick Cronin has this team.
But they're in a good place.
Yeah, really good place.
But listen, all I'm saying is this. They may not be committed to football.
Right. And that needs to change. If not, whoever's going to be put there is going to fail.
And if it doesn't change, then guess what? You're just going to be a team that happens to play football every year, and be prepared to play at the Rose Bowl when the Rose Bowl is empty and there are 6,000 people in there. By the way, real easy to get in and out of when there's only 6,000 people.
Yeah.
It's a real pain in the ass when there's 90,000 people.
So anyway, that's my 2 cents, Bergman.
And listen, one last thing. This is the difference between USC and UCLA. Whether you like Lincoln Riley or you don't, the fact of the matter is USC is committed to football first and foremost, unlike UCLA, who's committed to basketball.
No question.
And you look at the money that USC has spent on their new facilities. You look at the money that they've spent on their coach.
Yeah.
You look at the way they went across town and got Danton Lynn.
Yeah.
You look at the recruiting. You look at the NIL money. Listen, they haven't succeeded yet, but they are at least financially committed to winning. That is the difference.
No question.
Thus far.
Let's talk about the Dodgers here.
Let's take a quick 2-minute timeout. Then
No,
we'll do
no 2-minute
No, we
timeout.
have a spot we got to play.
Then you play it.
Okay, we're going to play it. Hit the break.
710 ESPN is giving you a chance to win $1 million.
$1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays are back. Presented by Pachanga Resort Casino.
Listen every Monday during football season
To the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Mason and Ireland. And the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show.
All you have to do is make a super prediction.
And you can win $1 million.
$1 Million Mondays presented by Pachanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pachanga Resort Casino.
Hey guys, Cappy here. When disaster strikes, you need an ally who truly understands your needs. Avner Gatt is here to help you navigate the complexities of insurance claims. Are you feeling abandoned because your home is unlivable and your insurance company isn't cooperating? Or perhaps you're being pressured to use a contractor with poor reviews. You've been loyal to your insurance company for over 20 years, yet now they treat you like an outsider. Avner Gatt knows how to turn the tables. We protect homeowners from the games and fine print that insurance companies are known for, and we cover all of Southern California, ensuring your voice is heard and your home is restored. Visit AvnerGatt.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner and his family personally take your calls with 5-star ratings from Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. Don't let your insurance company dictate your future. Avner Gatt is here to help. Visit AvnerGatt.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
See, just like that, we're back, Sedano. We're back. Okay? It's okay. It's okay. We're back.
We're rolling.
Yeah, and now guess what? We had to take a quick time out. On this day in 1996, Tupac, or as Mace said, Tupac.
Is Mace really in with the Mongrels right now?
I think it's him. I actually do
Probably
think it's
isn't.
him.
Tupac. Oh, actually, no, it is probably because he loves to. He dropped it again in that Rams whiner. The hottest show on YouTube, Mason in Ireland.
What's his name in the YouTube
Yeah,
channel?
George didn't hear that, did he? Did you, George?
We did it last week.
Oh, okay.
He did it again.
Did you find the audio you
No.
were referring to?
I found Ireland ripping Bergman because Bergman said on Friday he was ripping Al Michaels, so Ireland's bit was Bergman doesn't like any play-by-play people. But I gotta search a little bit more for the Lindsay bit. I'll have it for tomorrow. Meanwhile, on this day in 1996, Tupac.
Because if it is Steve Mason with the Mongrels, he's claiming you're factually inaccurate.
He said it, not me. Tupac released I Ain't Mad at Ya as the 4th single from All Eyes on Me. Shocking that Steve Mason, a two-faced backstabber, is saying I'm wrong. I say that all the time on the air.
Two-faced backstabbing hack scumbag?
I didn't call him a hack scumbag.
Okay, not
I
hack
said
scumbag.
two-faced backstabber, but I say it to his face on the show. It's Ireland's favorite bit. I never see Ireland laugh so much as when we call Mace a two-faced backstabber.
So you're saying that Mace has a burner account?
No, doesn't it say Steve Mason?
It says Steve Mason.
It does. It seems to be
someone
Mace.
pretending to be Mason, but he's talking like Mason would.
Oh, okay.
Right. He's saying he's watching Get Up and our show at the same time. Now,
Can you
is Get Up
imagine
on right
Mason just hanging around in his underpants?
now? I don't think Get Up is on anymore.
Like Funchy? Well, you could be watching on The Deuce.
We should get him.
No, The Deuce is first take right now.
Oh, really?
We should get him a pair of those.
What about
ESPN
E3?
News is
Yeah,
Get Up.
EN.
EN. It's on EN.
E-News?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what they call it, E-News?
It's
Aw,
E-News.
man, we thought it was
I
EN.
thought it was
They did.
E-News.
News, huh?
No, it's E1, E2, E-News.
But ABC is what?
That's just ABC.
Right? Remember that day, Cap,
Right, network.
when you wanted him to make a joke and he's like, hey, bro, on ABC.
Yeah, hey, bro. Hey, bro, on network. My bad. My
On
bad, y'all.
ABC, bro.
Yeah, on ABC, bro.
This ain't an E2, sucker.
No. This ain't E8.
What's ESPNU? Is that EU?
Yeah, EU.
Oh, really?
EU,
That's the
it.
EU. Okay.
Not to be confused,
I didn't know about
with
the politics of it all.
with the European Union.
I didn't know if it was LeBron's hat that says EU. I didn't know what the deal was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meanwhile, time for the Dodgers.
Let's talk about the Dodgers. Hey, they beat the Giants in 2 out of 3. They're taking on the Phillies this week. Cappy and I will be there to watch Ohtani with the crazy Hernandez brothers.
They're loco. And they got hardwood, boy. I'll tell you that.
They do. They love talking about their hardwood.
They're like, hey, Cap, do me a favor. Go on the air and let everybody know our wood is really hard.
Yeah, he said that.
I'm like,
notice
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he asked me to say that.
Do it.
He asked me, he's like, Sedano's
he wants
not
to
gonna
protect.
do that.
He knows
Right.
he wants to protect the brand.
Right, of course he does.
Well, Sedano's on ABC and E1.
Right, exactly right.
Yeah. By the way, back on E1 very soon for basketball, October 5th.
Hey.
Lakers Warriors. Mike Breen, Tim Legler, Richard Jefferson, George Sedano. First preseason game.
Wow,
Really?
first preseason game.
E1.
Wow, E1.
Oh, this is big.
Whoa.
E1 preseason game.
October 5, that's right around Yom Kippur.
Lakers
you sure you're
Warriors.
going to be able to do that
And
game?
then your boy will be on. I'll be in Vegas for the Lakers Mavs game. Isn't that the big trip you guys take with the partners?
I'm not going, but is that E1 too?
That is E1.
Oh, that's E1 too. Cappy.
Preseason E1.
October 5 is a Sunday. Okay.
Preseason
All right.
E1.
All right,
Yeah.
the breaking of the fast is Thursday the 2nd, so you're good.
Okay.
When do you
okay.
blow the shofar?
It'll be earlier than that. Yes, it'll be on Wednesday the 2nd.
So,
Wednesday the 1st.
That's when you blow the shofar?
Right.
What's that?
It's the horn.
Oh, yeah, it's a whole long thing. Believe me, let me tell you something. When people have different
I
religious
think this year, because of
backgrounds-
the YouTube hour, I want to blow the shofar.
You
I mean, the
should.
shofar.
You should.
I want to do it on the air.
You should give it a try. See if you can pull it off.
I've done it.
Oh, you have?
Come on.
I don't know, dude. You might this might kill you.
it's
Blowing
hard
the
to do
shofar might kill you.
No,
this
I've
year.
done it.
Yeah, I know, but that was before the whole thing.
My chest and
Yeah.
my lungs
the
and my
way-
heart, they're stronger now. I could blow all night on that shofar.
You can you?
Yeah.
I don't know what I didn't know what Jay was talking about the other day when he says stop mocking Tim Everett. I'm not mocking Tim. That's like just like a baseball-y voice.
No, I'm actually making fun of Ross Porter. Way back when, because Ross used to be kind of peaky. Hey,
Right.
everybody, welcome to
I'm just
Dodgers
making-
Baseball.
Wonderful guy, Ross Porter.
I'm just doing that because a lot of old
Ross Porter will not be
He
blowing
loves-
the shofar.
He loves everybody, doesn't he?
that's just an old-timey baseball voice. That's nothing. I love Tim Everett. Anytime he's on the call and I'm in the car, I am locked in.
Locked in.
By the way, speaking of broadcast announcers,
Mm-hmm.
you know Joe Davis bobblehead night is Friday night, my birthday.
Okay.
Should I get Joe Davis's bobblehead and then crush it on Monday?
No.
Oh, why not?
What did Joe Davis do to you?
He doesn't like him. He thinks
Joe
he's terrible.
Davis
I don't think he's terrible.
He was on.
And I said it to his face when we saw him at the Mason Iron Hall of Fame thing.
He
I
was.
said, I love you. You're fundamentally, you're great. You just need more excitement.
Really? And so did he take that from you and go, hey, listen, Chris
He
Morales
had
just
everybody.
came up to
No,
me
he said
and
everybody's got their
criticized me."
opinions. I
Yeah.
appreciate meeting you.
Why
That's
did
all.
you do that to him? Why did?
Because I'm not somebody who talks behind people's
No,
back.
but why do you
I'll
feel
say
like
it to your
you need to
face.
say that to him? Like,
Because
I
he
mean,
came
do you
up to
think-
me and said, "Hey, man, Joe Davis."
Right.
And I said, "Hey, Chris Morales."
But
Hey,
did
man,
you know?
Joe
Did
Davis.
you think he knew that you had ripped him on the radio?
It kind of seemed like it.
Oh, okay. So he was kind of like, hey, tough guy.
Yeah.
I'm here right in front of you.
It
I'm
kind
Joe
of seemed
Davis.
like it, but I don't know. Maybe not. I don't
Okay.
know. Maybe he just was a nice guy. Introducing
I've
himself.
heard he's just a really nice guy.
He, by the way, I never said he was a bad guy.
No, you didn't say he's a bad
I
guy.
just said
he's
he
a
was a
terrible
little.
broadcaster.
No, I never said terrible. I
I
said
think
he's a
that's what
little
you said.
dry for me. That's
A
all.
little dry.
Anyway, I thought he was great yesterday on that
Get him
Cowboys
some lube.
Giants game.
Lube him up.
So anyway,
Seriously.
See, he takes it too far.
Why am I taking it too far?
Because they're going to cut this up. Somebody in Joe Davis's mafia, his circle of trust, is going to cut this up and go, why is this guy Cappy saying we got to lube you up?
Well, because I want him to be a little bit more lubricated because he's too dry.
okay, enough.
I mean, my
The
goodness.
Dodgers.
Oh, my
Let's get
God.
back to the Dodgers. They're taking on the Phillies this week.
All right, Bergman, give us the rundown on the Blue Review today. What is the Blue Review today? What was it today for those that missed it? And what is the expectation in this Phillies series for you? Like, 2 out of 3 is what you're hoping for. But like, if they lose the series, Dave Roberts has said, no big deal. If we get him, we get him. We don't, we don't. We're fine wherever we end up being from a seed perspective. How do you feel about that?
I want them to catch the Phillies. So
Okay.
I would love a sweep. A 2 out of 3 is what I'm hoping for. But Dave Roberts is right. If you lose it, you're kind of at a point right now in this trying to catch that 2 seed Phillies that you're 4.5 back with 13 to play. It's not the easiest thing to do. So unless you sweep them, you're probably not going to catch them.
Right, but it's building momentum. What the Dodgers did against the Rockies, and you can sit here and go, well, the Rockies are one of the worst teams in baseball.
They weren't
Yes,
doing
that is
that
true.
before, though.
That is true, but they blew up against the Rockies, right? Everybody started to hit. Mookie had that grand slam on a 3-0 count,
Mookie's been amazing,
which
by
I
the
thought
way.
was great that he even swung on a 3-0 count. Teoscar had come up big with a couple of home runs. So they built some momentum against the Rockies. Then they lose that first game in what could have been devastating fashion. Like to give up a grand slam, to walk it off, that could kill you for the next day. Credit to the Dodgers because they came out over the next 2 days and they scored 13 runs and then they scored 10 runs. So they
35
rebuilt
hits.
Right, they rebuilt that confidence. And here comes Philadelphia, and I know you can't look past any of these Philly games because they're super important. No matter what Dave wants to say about, hey, we're happy with where we are and we'll just accept where we are. You got the Phillies, and then you got 4 more against the Giants. And I was worried going into this Giants series this weekend because I don't have that trust yet in the Dodgers, you know? And so for them, these next 7 games are super critical because they're the last 7 home games of the regular season. And when you go on the road at Arizona, listen, they'd love to spoil your season in some way. And then Seattle is no joke.
No, they're right at the top.
So
it's all really good teams these last 13 games.
Yeah.
And teams that are going to be playing hard against the Dodgers. This series against the Phillies, it's not going to be a high-scoring game. None of these games should be high-scoring. Tonight is Emmett Sheehan versus Ranger Suarez.
Yeah.
2 really good pitchers that have been pitching really well. Tomorrow is Ohtani versus Christopher Sanchez. Sanchez has been amazing. And then I believe it's Blake Snell versus another one of their other really good pitchers as well that I can't remember off the top of my head. But it's still Jesus Luzardo, who's been very
he's
good
been really
recently.
Yeah, he's got 13 wins.
Yeah, so this series is going to be very low scoring. If you can somehow pull out a win and 2 out of 3, I think that's going to really push them forward and push them towards the postseason in a good space.
You know, I'm glad you're saying that this series is going to be low scoring. It has me thinking I'm going to go onto Prize Picks and find all the pitchers in this series, and I'm going to put my money
hits.
Right, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put it all on, like combined strikeouts. So I'm glad you're mentioning that. That's good. Yeah. Now tonight, George, as we talk about the Dodgers,
esta noche,
right? You got the whole crew here from ESPN LA. Who's going, Bergie? You,
me,
Travis.
Mason, Travis,
okay,
and then the winner at CHLA.
And the CHLA winners. But while you're doing that, me, Morales, Sua, Lindsay Baseball says she and Raider Chewy are coming, and whoever else is going to be joining us, we're going to be doing the Raiders and the Chargers in the conference room, George.
Yeah.
And before we even talk about that game, because I know we've spent some time on it, I got to just give a little bit more shine to what the Rams did. I don't know if it's kind of one of those
Adam Shine?
Not Adam Shine. Oh no, not that kind of shine. SHINE.
Everybody, I got a sports update for everybody. Let me tell a joke.
Hey, apparently Rome was created in a day.
It's like my WFAN show. Everybody.
This one's definitely coming back to me, too.
Why?
Think so?
Why is that?
Yeah. No, just
Listen, I like Adam Shine.
66 WNBC.
I like Adam Shine. I was surprised in week 1 to hear him doing the studio highlights. So let's send it back.
Him.
Yeah, no, it's great for him. It is
great
good for him.
Been a big fan of his for a long time.
It's great for him. Yeah.
We you know, I go way back with Adam, so I'm very happy for him.
Yeah, no, I like his show, and I think, listen, but I was surprised.
I've been a guest occasionally on his Sirius show.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was surprised to hear him doing the highlights, but then again,
you guys will go on any show, won't you?
Not any show. If someone asks me and I know them personally, why wouldn't I go on?
You know, he's giving me a hard time because last week.
If someone knows you personally,
yeah,
right.
And you know, Adam's had a great career. Like on top of that, but I'm saying like he's like, hey. During the NBA Finals, he wanted me on. I went on his show. Why not?
But he's mad at me, Chris, because last week, George, I went on JT the Brick show.
Even though I asked you not to. Nicely, I asked you.
Yeah, he was like, dude, it does nothing for you. You're big time. You're a star.
As a guest?
An ESPN morning show.
Like
Come on. And he's like, no.
Sua agreed with me. And we know Sua, he knows all.
Anything Sua says.
Oh, Sua.
By the way, did you see what Lindsay did?
You covered Keith.
No, Lindsay did that.
Yep.
That was a good work by
Lindsay
her.
Did
wow.
It.
Very good work.
And he asked that we put shoes on him, los zapatos, because, you know, he's got
the sandals.
He's got the sandals and the, you know, mangled feet and the whole deal.
Yeah.
But I just want to say this about the Rams. Do you think that because of the way the Rams have started the season with 2 teams, you know, that come from the AFC and are not overly sexy, you know, you can say Houston's been in the playoffs the last couple of years and they've got a good young head coach and they've got an up-and-coming star quarterback, but it's Houston. So, like, Rams fans don't have, like, anything, you know, that they don't hate the Texans.
Yeah.
You know, this wasn't Seattle. This wasn't Arizona.
Yeah.
You know, certainly wasn't San Francisco. And then you go on the road and you play at Tennessee.
Yeah.
And so, again, these are 2 teams from the AFC.
Yeah, there's no juice to those games.
Right.
Yeah.
But you got to just give it up, though, to the way the Rams yesterday found themselves in a situation where they're down 13-10. And by the way, it was a 10-10 game, and Matthew Stafford throws. Look, he's human too,
right?
And he's going to throw some bad balls at times. The interception that Matthew Stafford threw at the end of the first half was a terrible throw. But really what was a bad decision was,
oh my goodness,
was Coach Callahan of Tennessee not trying to score a touchdown. He
I
was
was
very
stunned.
satisfied
Yeah.
with, you know what, let's hold the ball.
Yeah.
Let's not get too risky.
Yeah.
Let's put points on the
You're
board.
the worst team. You got to go for it.
Right. You're
Yeah.
home, dude.
Yeah.
You're home.
And you know you're not the better team.
Right. So then the way the Rams come out in the second half, and I got to say, you know, we finally got a little bit of a taste, and I say finally, we're 2 games into the season, but we got a real nice taste of what Davante Adams is, because it's not just the numbers that he puts up, over 100 yards receiving in his first touchdown. The one catch that he made in particular, where the ball was like inches from the ground, where he goes down and makes that incredible catch in stride, was amazing. And I will say this. I know it's only Monday, and the game against the Eagles is a long ways away, but we got a lot of L.A. Philly this week. I believe the Rams can go to Philadelphia and win.
Yes, I believe that.
I don't believe that Philadelphia was anywhere close to dominant yesterday against Kansas City.
And the Rams gave them the best fight anyone did. I mean, they could have won the game in Philadelphia in the playoffs last year.
And while the Rams are still now dealing with line issues, offensive line issues in particular.
But I feel like that's a constant we've dealt with
It is.
here
And
for
they,
years now.
And they know how to deal with it
But
because
they're
they
better
have
for
been.
it. Right, yes.
But if you watch the Rams, the amount of guys that touch the ball, the amount of guys that make plays on offense, 2, 3, maybe 4, as you mentioned earlier, possibly eventually getting that deep into tight end, 3, 4 wide receivers deep, the running backs, 2 deep, and then, you know, throw in a little bit of Puka.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, like, I was bullish on the Rams going into the season.
Yeah.
After watching these first 2 weeks, and really more specifically yesterday, I'm that much more bullish on the Rams.
By the way, Eagles -3.5 thus far.
Oh, I love
as of
that
now.
line.
I like it too.
You like the hook?
Yeah,
I like the hook.
I would love that
Not
line.
a fish hook, but a regular hook.
Okay, not the fish hook.
Not
Wanna
the
make sure.
5.
All right, Dealer's Choice time. Hit the music there, Jorge. Time for the Dealer's Choice Real Deal, brought to you by Seller's Advantage. Want to sell your house?
Wow.
Before you call an agent, call Seller's Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer.
Show's already done. Wow.
Almost. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer. Or visit sellersadvantage.com. DRE 0196-1658, Cappy.
So the Dealer's Choice Real Deal today. Guys, I'm going in a completely different direction. I'm gonna totally change the whole tone of what's going on here today. And we've had a lot of fun, a lot of high-intensity sports talk around here today.
High-intensity sports talk.
Right on.
I'm going to start using that. I'm going to get the big voice guy to say that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. But on a real-life note here, I must talk to everybody about something. What are you looking at me?
Are you going to talk about the salmon?
I'm not going to talk about no salmon.
I can't believe we didn't get to the salmon.
We'll do the salmon tomorrow.
We can do the salmon
We got a
tomorrow.
show 5 days a week
In
now.
the YouTube.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I had a very strange weekend, and here's why.
Oh, here we go.
Well,
You mean other than
No, it's not a here we go. It's a nice thing.
No,
I was going to say other than like hiding from your girlfriend to watch the fight?
you think that's bad?
Scott!
Let me tell you what's worse.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what is worse.
He was even hiding, telling us about it. Like, I had to hide it from Rachel.
Wait, no, it gets worse, though. You got to hear this. So this is what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
First and foremost, let me tell you guys that stress is a killer.
Oh, no question.
Okay? This weekend on Saturday, George, I was at a funeral
Oh, man.
for an acquaintance of mine. I wouldn't say a close friend, but
Sorry
a
for
very
your loss, Cappy.
thank you.
Yeah, sorry,
a
Cap.
very close friend of mine's brother died.
Oh, no.
We knew the brother, not great, but pretty decently.
Yeah.
53 years old.
Right.
4
Wow.
daughters.
Wow.
4 kids.
That's crazy, man.
Bro, I'm at the church.
Just to be honest, normally in these moments, I would say it is a final, but I'm going to pay respect
Thank
and not
you.
do it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
George, I'm in this Catholic church.
Yeah.
Now, I've got the WVU pit game on my phone.
Oh, see, that's disrespectful. So now I can do it. It is a final.
Okay.
It can't be.
But, George, look at me.
It's the backyard brawl, though. I
Right,
get
it
it.
is a big game.
Oh, that's wrong.
It's a
Come
big
on.
Hey,
It's the
at least
backyard brawl,
I didn't
bro.
say I didn't have like AirPods in, okay?
Yeah.
So I got the phone, George, right over here to my left.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
so bad.
And I've got
Cappy.
Rachel over here to my right.
Yeah.
And I also covered up the phone with the literature that was about the service and
Oh,
stuff.
my
By the
God.
way, this was in a Catholic church, so this was big for Cappy.
And bro, I've not been to a funeral in a Catholic church, and it blew my mind this weekend.
Yeah.
How it wasn't like a very sad eulogies
Oh,
and
really?
people hysterical crying.
Yeah.
It was just very, very religious.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
And the only thing I knew in the entire church service was Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Yeah.
And
Thy
Rachel
kingdom come, thy will be done.
Good
Rachel,
job, Cappy.
Rachel looks at me and she goes, "How do you know that?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, football. We did it before the game. We did it after the game.
Yeah.
And so I had it memorized, you know? But this guy, 53 years old, just literally dropped dead of a massive heart attack, right? Now, that was Saturday midday.
That's terrible.
And then we went to the party afterwards, and people are drinking and partying and celebrating in his memory, of course, right? Later that night, I went to a 50th birthday party where people are just drinking and eating and partying. And by the way, I was hiding at the party, too, because I was watching the Canelo fight. But I was like, oh, wait, Rachel, you go dance with your girlfriends on the dance floor, and I'll act like I'm talking to these guys like I care, and I'll be watching the fight. So I was hiding all weekend, watching sports at a funeral.
Did you guys go home with a third from that party or no?
No, it was just the two of us.
Okay, just asking.
Yeah, just the two of us. Nobody else. No thirds, no couples. Just me and Rach. That's it. Just the two of us. We're a couple. That's all. But what I want to say to everybody is this, and I've said it a million times, and I'll say it again. Whatever your biggest problem is today, 12 months from now, you will look back and you will say, that is no longer a problem in my life.
Yeah, don't sweat 4th and 1 on everything.
Right. My
don't
point
throw
is,
your headphones in the middle of the show.
Right. Stress is a killer.
Yeah, man.
So you know what? Take a deep breath. There you go. Exhale now. There you go.
Actually, I learned a good breathing exercise. It's you breathe in.
Yeah. Right.
Your belly.
Yeah.
One more breath to the chest.
Okay. There you go.
And then out.
Extra deep. Very good. Because
3
listen,
times.
I'm telling you right now, it could be money. It could be love. It could be job. Whatever it is, man, I'm telling you right now, it is the way it's supposed to be. Put a little bit of faith into the universe. You will get through it.
Faith.
And don't let the stress get you, man. That's what I wanted to pass along today.
We're done here. Thank you, Cappy. Excellent words for your dealer's choice. Great job. Parker, Graham, all the kids in the back, Bergman, Briones, Lindsay, Christopher, the Mongrels, the Circle of Trust. May not be a community.
What happened to
May
the
not be
Circle
a
of Trust?
community. It's still a vibe.
Okay.
Cappy,
Still a vibe.
Excellent work as always. We'll talk to you mañana. See ya.
Have a great day, everybody. Monday's show, it is a final. Sedano and Cap, be sure to listen to anything you missed on the YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. bright and early.
Quack, quack. Put it right in your mouth.
A hot Chicana from the barrio, keeping it real.
Did he spit on him?
The kind of